Call 888-707-4282. That's 888-707-4282. Or just visit griffinlawdefense.com.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
WKGN 1340, go Vols!
You're tuned in to East Tennessee's premier sports radio call-in show. This is The Drive.
And hello, good afternoon, and welcome to another stellar edition of The Drive here on Fan Run Radio. Russell Smith, punch of the time clock, 3 o'clock on a Tuesday afternoon. Hope you're doing well. Man, I just had first world problems. Just make you want to rage out on the road in the middle of a beautiful Tuesday. I had to run home real quick right before the show. I forgot something.
Right.
And as I'm racing back, you know that big new apartment complex that's just built on Dutchtown? There's like a big lagoon or something right by the road.
It's been a while since I've driven down there.
Anyway, they've got these sprinklers on. I was just at the gas station earlier today, got a good squeegee session. I mean, when you get a good squeegee for the windshield.
And it's like crystal clear looking.
Yeah. Not one of these. Yeah. Like it's jagged or the wiper doesn't work. Like, I mean, I got it good, baby. And I'm rolling down. I'm like, oh, yeah, it's like a brand new car. And I'm driving here just moments ago. They got the sprinklers going and like the mist gets on your windshield.
And it smears.
Well, that's the dilemma. Do I go ahead and hit the wipers and ruin the beautiful squeegee job I just put on earlier today? Or do I just let it dry?
Yeah, that's probably the right.
Dry, but it's not the same.
No, it'll now get blended in with all that pollen, and it'll get
the worst.
But
gooey and
funny you should mention that, because real quick, I did have something real quick for you guys. When I was driving down the interstate, this big ass dump truck like flies past me and then cuts right in front of me, and I look up and I happen to notice, please stay back 100 feet, and then another sign that says not responsible for objects that hit your car.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
how convenient.
How can that, number one, be legally binding? And it's just asinine, Russ.
We live in a society, people.
Accept some responsibility. If I go into the Kroger and it's kind of crowded and I just start whirling around with my fist flying, not trying to hit anybody, will I not be responsible, or can I just hang a sign on my back?
I think you should try that, though. I think you should go with the Andy Kaufman wrestling Jerry Lawler, just windmill right down the lane at, if you know, right down the lane at Kroger.
Not a chance.
See what happens.
This country's armed to the teeth.
Whether or not you could be held responsible.
Shot.
Bob Bear wants people to take responsibility.
Yeah.
It's very important to him. He feels like this is something that is sorely lacking in modern society, and he wants it known that it's unacceptable.
It's good to be back.
Mm-hmm.
Good to have you back, man. We missed you.
I don't think we mentioned your name at all yesterday.
You took a shot, Bob.
Did you miss yesterday?
I didn't.
I want it Derek duly noted that I did hear the end of what I can only describe as one of the worst calls ever to the drive. I'm not even going to mention his name. He knows who he is. Took a cheap shot at me. And it was Derek duly noted that there was only one member of the drive that stood up for me. That was my man, Walker.
Oh, he's your man now.
He's my buddy.
This is the same guy you've been giving health advice to. You've been making constructive criticism about his personal appearance on the program, not to mention the countless insults you've levied against both his high school and collegiate alma maters. All of a sudden, he's, quote, your guy.
Yeah, he's on my team. Yeah. That's what
we
I'm saying.
did miss you, Bear. I mean, you missed an entire 3 hours. Go ahead and open up the Liar hydrant and let it spray, man. I mean, you've got to make up for some missed time here, buddy.
I've always found you to be incredibly good looking, Russ, and really smart.
That's good. All right. We appreciate it. It's good to be back this afternoon. We have Ryan Shumpert of RockyTopInsider.com coming up in about 15 minutes on the show to go through all the pressing issues of the day. We've got Tennessee baseball tonight over at Lindsey Nelson Stadium. That should be a real treat for those of you who have tickets to that tonight against UNC Asheville. Perfect weather for a night at the ballpark. And we've got a lot of basketball stuff to get to, as this portal stuff, very interesting. The way you can just remake not only your roster, but your program just over a single offseason. The term rebuilding for a certain subset of programs who can afford it, has been rendered irrelevant, right? I mean, the days of what Butch Jones says it takes 7 years to build a program. In college basketball, the day and age of the transfer portal, if you've got the money, rebuilding isn't a thing. You're either good or you're not. And if you're not good, then there really is no excuse unless you just have no money. All right, that's it. We appreciate you tuning in this afternoon.
Well, no, I thought Bob was going to jump in there and say, I haven't been in the loop. I was coming to you guys looking for Nugs today. I'm starving.
Well, the latest Nugs, Trilly Donovan. Are you a big Trilly Donovan guy?
I have heard this guy's name. Who is this person?
Well, a lot of people think it's Matt Norlander. That was the rumor last year. But he's a popular Twitter account.
Yeah.
But a lot of people think it's Matt Norlander. I don't know who it is.
It's somebody who's somebody, but
he's plugged in. He's one of these guys who's like tells you what's going to happen, and then it happens. He's got a good track record.
He's part of the. He's also part of the Basket Under Review team now, which that's a wide-ranging bunch of writers.
So not quite a Richard G. West, but
no,
he'll throw stuff out there.
No, this guy is
informed. No, he's nothing. He's nothing like Richard G. West. Okay. He's an actual person who does stuff. Yeah,
big J journalist.
Well, his name is Trilly Donovan. He's a little silly, but anyway, he says that we are getting the Washington kid, the high schooler from the Mid-State, and I want to almost call him Dan Harrelson. It's Jaylen, right?
Yes,
Jaylen Harrelson.
Is he related to Dan?
Not that I'm aware of. Is it just me, or is it like 1,000,000 degrees in here?
It's warm today.
I'm fine. You were scrambling though.
I was in scramble mode. I'm a little spicy.
Yeah, some hot flash.
Sprinklers.
Those
sprinklers.
So sprinklers, they got me hot water.
Yeah. So Harrelson's on campus today. Washington comes now. I find this interesting. Washington comes in for a visit supposedly on Thursday, which coincidentally is also the day he has announced that he's going to announce his commitment.
Interesting.
Going to be later that day. So this is interesting. I mean, and
what about the big game? I'm not talking about guys like this. Like, we got any?
I mean, hold on to that thought for a second. Is Dan Harrelson, Jaylen Harrison, quote unquote, big game?
I think he's pretty big game. After watching some of the video and everything else of this guy, I think he's pretty talented. He's not at the level of some of the other names that you're referring to, Bear, but I think that he'd be a good get for this team, because the glaring deficiency we see about him, if you watch video so far, is he doesn't shoot threes. Okay. And maybe Rick can work on that. He did it with Kevin Punter way back when,
right?
Is
there anybody coming in that's going right now that you guys could confidently say is as good as the big three, which is Dalton, Chaz, and Jacoby?
No, I think that's Juke Harris. I think you missed yesterday, Bear. I said a couple times. I feel like he's at this point, the kind of fulcrum point of this class. It's like if we get him, all of a sudden you've got a blowtorch.
We're running it back.
Yeah, and by the way, I did see an On3 article. I believe it was Pete Nakos today, who said that the price there is expected to be, quote, upwards of $3 million. So it's not crazy money.
No, it's basically what was rumored that Nate got, right?
Yeah, it's Nate, and what Connect would go for on today's market a little bit. So I think some of us are like, oh my God, Michigan and North Carolina this is going to get up to like $6 million, and I don't think it's going to be quite that much.
I think it's going to be a bigger number than that.
Than 3?
Whoever gets him. Yeah. I mean, I think I don't know if you saw the piece that Evan Miyakawa dropped today about the economics, as it were. He was projecting at the beginning of the portal window, based on what his intel was telling him, that it was going to be a 35% increase on the average payouts for players this year versus last. He says that's up to 65% now. So in other words, if you were making $1 million last year, table stakes would be you'd have to be at 1.65 million this year. Yeah. So just escalate that on anything that we're talking about. I just
could have seen that coming.
It's just it's out of control, in short. But it sounds like we're playing that game. I was just talking to John Reed, and I was saying, kind of feels like Barnes is like that guy who typically doesn't go and gamble, but he's in Vegas and has a big wallet, and it's kind of like, because I'm hearing all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, like he's been on a heater for 3 years.
Yeah. It's like he's that's.
Are we saying that he's Tom Cruise coming down the escalator with Rain Man at his side? Have you seen Rain Man, Walker?
I have not.
No, of course not. Put it on the list.
Come on, man.
He's coming down there with intention.
Yes. Who would be his Rain Man, though? It's a good question.
It sounds like it's that Campbell and that Scott Daughtry guy, right? Is it Scott Daughtry? Is that the singer?
Yeah.
I don't know. He's also walking in to meetings with all these players with 3 straight Elite Eights.
Sure.
Hanging off his belt. So
he's filling himself.
He's had guys make it to the league too. That's the other thing. He's got a lot of them that have made it to the league now.
He's just hit on the roulette table a couple of times, and now he's looking to move over and play a little blackjack, and he's feeling himself.
Yeah.
There's some folks on the live chat, and I would tend to agree. Again, I didn't totally finish my point. Watching Jaylen Harrelson, there's a lot of people are saying he is big game. I mean, potentially, if he gets developed further by Barnes. Guys, he averaged 16 plus a game on a bad team. I get it. But if you watch some of the video, he's got skills for sure. And, I just think that some of it is we got to trust in Barnes to be able to kind of get more out of him than Micah Shrewsbury has.
Is he a 1-year rental?
They're all 1-year rentals.
Yeah, he's a freshman, so he'd be a sophomore. So he could be multiple years if he decides to stay after that, but you don't know.
They're all 1-year rentals at this point, particularly in this sport. I'm the same way, Bob. Like when I first saw Harrelson and I just read the numbers, the 20% from 3-point range or whatever it is was just kind of like immediately was kind of like a turd in the punch bowl for me. You like that, Bear? But the more I read about him and see him, I looked at some of the film too. I'm like, okay.
You're talking yourself into it?
Well, I'm kind of fired up about him.
And to be clear, the 20% from 3-point range is not good, but he doesn't shoot many threes. It's not like this is a high volume guy that just can't hit 3-pointers. But I stand by what I said yesterday too. We talked about kind of like a Josiah Jordan James vibe from him, the way he handles the ball, the way he cuts and moves. Because he starts at the perimeter. At least he did a lot for Notre Dame. He's not a guy that's in the paint much. He ends up in the paint.
Is he as athletic as Triple J?
I think he's much more athletic than Triple J. From what I saw, he's not the shooter that Triple J was. I don't think, obviously he doesn't have much of an outside shot, but the way he gets to the rim and dunks hard at times are
rim rocker.
Yeah,
he's got skills, man.
Much more violent and athletic than Triple J.
Yeah, and he's got the player profile of a top game transfer guy. Like 3 guys we have, they're out there outside the top 50. Harrelson's a borderline consensus top 25 transfer recruit right now. He was a 5-star a year ago coming into college. Like that's the type of guy that is big game.
I did see where we were like, I don't know who does it, but ranked at number 2 in the like the portal hall so far.
Portal rankings.
Yeah, I think we're down to 3rd now because Texas added somebody, but we're behind Louisville and Texas, but we're up there. Definitely.
Do we get credit for Masamba since he entered the portal? What about the guys who go in the portal and then come back?
Although that's not been made official. And then also, did you see somebody posted, like Ethan Berg put something out today, but it says nothing. It's just a picture of him high-fiving his teammates on the court, and that's it.
I don't. We could waste a lot of time reading into the social media posts.
Who is
teenagers?
The football, the cleats over the wire? You remember that?
Oh yeah, that was
Kabanga.
Ice cream. Yeah, wait, Kabanga. I think it was Jonathan Kongbo was the name you're looking for, but Kabanga is good too.
Kabongo.
But so back to Masamba, aka the French Basket. There's
Is
not
that what we're calling?
That's what I've called him ever since he got here. Of course, he didn't get many of them, but he has. I haven't seen anything formalizing that. It's just what we're hearing in the back channels is that he's coming back.
Does he move the needle at all for it? No, not me.
Well,
not
You
really.
think he just didn't have anywhere decent to go, and he was just like he pulled the
Clarence Masamba market wasn't exactly booming.
Yeah.
Is what
It
you're
was
saying?
a Costanza where
the portal? You thought that was real? No.
Well, look, I mean, the guy, we know that Barnes guys, if they stay in the program a second year, they normally take some sort of leap. We just saw it with Bishop Boswell, a guy who we didn't think could be on the floor last year, came on and started and played a lot of big minutes for Tennessee. And Clarence Masamba he is built. He is a strong dude and could end up being a really good defender with another year in the program.
So any news on Boswell?
That said, God help us if he's playing like 25 minutes
I'm
a
not
game.
saying he's going to be playing 25 minutes a game, but I'm just saying the second-year bump is normally a thing with
unless he just
guys.
Completely
by the way,
explodes.
and somebody just posted here, Kicked in the Vols put on the live chat, is Amari Evans definitely gone? I would say probably so. And I that's all I could think about when I'm watching Jaylen Harrelson, because it's kind of that position we've talked about with Amari Evans. It's like, could it be like a small 4 type guy? Harrelson's, I think he's further advanced than Evans right now.
He's bigger
at
6'7", 220.
Yeah.
And I think that he gives you some positional versatility. Like he could step out and play the stretch 4 if you want. He can play the 3, could probably even play the 2 a little bit, but he's kind of got some Swiss Army knife like capabilities.
That's where I drew the comparison to Josiah.
Yes.
Not so much. I think he's more advanced than Triple J, but it's that kind of versatility I think he can bring.
Does that take some of the sting out of losing Amari if we get him?
Yeah, for sure. But we got to get more. That's all. Again, it's not enough.
Point guard situation looms large. You've got Terrence Hill coming in later this week from VCU. Of course, you've already got Day Ames in there. And you've got the kid from Chicago, the true freshman, Marquise Clark. So you've got some options there. If Berg comes back, you've got a lot of bodies, but again, to quote the mayor of South Knoxville, a true point guard. So we'll see if Tennessee could get that done in the coming days, weeks in the transfer portal. Ryan Shumpert of Rocky Top Insider is covering it by the moment. He will join us next when we continue right here on Fan Run Radio. What's the latest with Juke Harris, the number 2 overall player in the portal, according to On3 Sports? We will talk to Shump about all that and more when we continue next right here on Fan Run Radio. Stay with us.
The Drive.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free Fan Run app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Citizens National Bank.
Life is more fun with a Good Life account, offering extra benefits, including bank travel. Experience the trip of a lifetime to Ireland. Explore rolling green hills, historic castles, and charming villages across the Emerald Isle. Get in on the fun. Call 865-429-7935 today.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC. Here's more with Dr. Stephen Malone of Knoxville Smiles.
So I've been in dentistry for about 30 years, and I've watched a lot of things change where we used to do things by analog. We used a calendar to make appointments, and we didn't really have computers, and we used film and not sensors to get images. Things have changed a lot. Well, it's still changing. We have a lot of things that are in dentistry today that make it more convenient for patients, like online scheduling. And Invisalign, instead of putting brackets and wires in your mouth, you can use these trays. And those things are all done with computers. Now we're actually planning implants with computers, and we're making our crowns with computers and CAD/CAM systems and milling systems. All of these things are new in dentistry, and it keeps changing. So if you look at dentistry today, it's not what you had 25 years ago. We're much more health-oriented. So try to find a dentist that's trying to use technology to your advantage and keep you healthy.
Contact Knoxville Smiles today at 865-539-1776 to set up an appointment, or go online to knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event, you need more than just gear. You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together.
Hey, hope you're doing well. Thanks for tuning in. We like to visit every week about this time with Ryan Shumpert of RockyTopInsider.com. He joins us now. Good afternoon, Shump. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well. How are you guys doing?
Man, we are doing well. This portal stuff, I know it's hard on you guys, the beat reporters, because you have to be on constant alert, but it certainly gives fans something to chew on here right after spring practice, heading into the offseason. And today's news that Tennessee might, I know nothing has been made official yet, but rumblings that Clarence Masamba might be headed back to the roster for year two. I always knew that one was a little bit of a project, Shump. My question is, if he were to come back for next season, could he have an impact, more of an impact that he had this past season? Or is he still a year or so away from being that contributor that Barnes and company envisioned when they originally signed him?
Yeah, I think more of a contributor in this past year because, he wasn't much of a contributor, but played a little bit down the stretch due to some injuries. And look, he dealt with a hip pointer during the season that I think made it very difficult for him to, work his way into more consistent rotational minutes. But, I don't see him, if he does come back, I don't see him being a guy that's a huge difference maker for Tennessee next season, or someone that's for sure going to have a role. But, do I think he's a guy that can compete for some bench minutes? And we know kind of at the end of the bench for Tennessee, or at the end of rotation for Tennessee, a lot of that stuff, guys fall in and out of favor, for Rick Barnes over the course of the year as he searches for consistency. Do I think Clarence could be a guy that kind of falls under that category? Yeah, I think, that's possible.
Hey, Ryan, thanks for joining us. Love to get your take on, you just dropped a piece on RockyTopInsider.com about how critical the next couple of days are for the basketball program, Rick Barnes and company, in terms of really key visits. We've been talking about it a little bit at the start of the show. Jaylen Harrelson, Terrence Hill, Chris Washington, all coming through. I didn't realize. So Washington, it sounds like he's visiting because originally I thought it was going to be later in the week. Just maybe your top line thoughts on those guys, because obviously there's been some bigger names that get thrown around, but there's we were just talking about this. I do think that the Jaylen Harrelson piece, the more I watch video, the more I'm starting to feel like I might see some of the vision on this with Rick. But I wanted to get your take on these guys in general.
Yeah, I think Harrelson is an interesting one because I really can't think of a player that Tennessee has had super similar to him, just in the sense that he's a slashing wing, doesn't shoot the ball a ton, but really good at getting downhill at scoring at the basket and good at handling the basketball, can facilitate some stuff offensively. He obviously didn't go to Tennessee. The guy that, and I think he can handle the ball a little bit more, but Dylan Mitchell, he started his career at Texas. Tennessee was in on his high school recruitment. Then Cincinnati was at St. John's this past year. Like, that's kind of when you think of freak, really high-level athlete, plays on the wing, not a great shooter. Again, I think Harrelson can do a little bit more, but I'm just curious about him because Tennessee hasn't had a ton of players like him. So that one will be interesting to see. North Carolina, Ohio State, the other two involved. Terrence Hill, as I wrote in that story, Tennessee, anxiously waiting to see if he does make it to campus, visited Kansas earlier this week. Another kind of combo guard, first team all A-10 guy last year at VCU, scored 34 points in that win over North Carolina in the NCAA tournament. Really like his game. And then Christopher Washington announcing his decision on Thursday, top prep player in the state of Tennessee, played at Providence Academy in Murfreesboro. And I think with both different games, but with Harrelson and Washington, but two guys that play on the wing that are also capable of kind of being, four men, good athletes, project as good defensive players. Washington shoot the ball a little more than Harrelson and not quite the driver to basketball, but two guys that play somewhat similar spots and really just have a lot of positional versatility. So that's kind of the top line thoughts on those three guys.
Yeah, so the part that puzzles me a little bit is with Hill coming through, and he's obviously a strong player. He's ranked very high in the portal rankings in terms of available assets out there. But that doesn't solve our point guard problem, right? I mean, if we got him and Day Ames, it feels like two guys that are similar. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, and what they can do playing point guard, I think for sure similar. And role. It almost, I think you throw Harrelson into that mix too, because he can handle the ball. And he was a guy that had such a high usage rate at Notre Dame. I think, I want to say it was 10th in the country in usage rate. It almost feels like that they're kind of going to try to piece together the point guard situation with different guys that can handle the basketball and facilitate and kind of create offense. We saw Tennessee do that to a degree. If you go back to the 2018 season, which was Rick's really first good team here. It was a young Jordan Bone, a young Lamonte Turner, James Daniel. There were 3 point guards that were kind of combo guards. Bone was more of a true point guard. That it wasn't like there was one guy that was going to go play 30 minutes every game. I've had that thought a little bit watching, Tennessee's roster building at the guard spots. I do think Malik Mack at Georgetown, who's a little bit more of a traditional point guard, is another name to keep an eye on too. But it's certainly interesting that it doesn't feel like it's, coming off the heels of the Kennedy Chandler and Zakai Ziegler and Jacoby Gillespie, some true point guards. It doesn't quite feel that same way right now.
Ryan Shump at RockyTopInsider.com, our guest here this afternoon as we talk about Tennessee basketball and the transfer portal haul that Rick Barnes is hoping to assemble. And Ryan, it feels like there's a lot riding on Juke Harris, the 6'7" swing man out of Wake Forest, averaged 21 points a game in the ACC last year for the Demon Deacons. Michigan, North Carolina, Tennessee, all swinging in there, and it feels like that Rick Barnes and the program have a pretty good relationship with him, dating back to his original recruitment out of high school. But obviously, we're fishing in some pretty deep waters there against Michigan and North Carolina. What's the latest there? And just what do you think the impact of being able to land Juke Harris would be for next year's team?
Yeah, the impact's huge. I think like what. And not necessarily, they're similar size and both really talented players. I'm not necessarily trying to compare their games, but when Nate committed to Tennessee last year, it was like that. Everything kind of came into picture of what it could look like for Tennessee, and I think Juke Harris is kind of the same way, where it's just a different level difference maker. They've added a lot of nice pieces, a lot of players that I like so far, continuing to pursue some players that I like, but Juke Harris is the guy you say, yeah, this is a dude that you expect or would certainly be no surprise if he comes in as a first-team All-SEC guy. Just a 3-level scorer, a tough shot maker, all those types of things. As far as his recruitment, yeah, you said it, those 3 teams. You're talking about a Salisbury, North Carolina kid with the Tar Heels and the defending national champions in Michigan. So those are some tough sledding, choppy waters, and Tennessee does have prior relationships with him. They thought they were going to get him 2 years ago coming out of high school when he ended up committing to Wake Forest. So there are relationships there. Now Justin Gainey was his leading recruiter, and he's obviously off to NC State. So those relationships maybe not as strong, but that's still a lot of familiarity and a guy that I think likes Rick Barnes a lot. So I don't think he's in a hurry would be the thing I would say. He visited Michigan last weekend. He's going through the NBA draft process. I fully expect him to play somewhere in college next year. But as he plans to go through the combine and everything that goes through the draft process, I think that, could lead to him slowing down this decision making. It feels like one that when we're talking again, next week, we'd still be talking about what a Juke Harris timeline and what a commitment to Tennessee could potentially look like.
A name that we heard a lot about maybe a week or so ago that we're not hearing as much about right now, even rumors that maybe he had a do not contact tag, but then has reopened his range of possible locations. Have you heard anything about a visit with Thomas Dowd?
Yeah, I mean, I have heard some stuff, but it feels like everything he's playing everything very, very close to the vest there.
Yeah.
Auburn, Vanderbilt, Tennessee continue to be the three schools that I hear. The Jaylen Harrison, Chris Washington deal, Dowd's a little bit more of a true, he is more of a true four, but he's also a stretch four. So I don't know how compatible, all three of those guys would be at Tennessee. So that feels like one that's maybe fading a little bit, just because of those other two guys. But it is a name that, as of 48 hours ago, I was still hearing on connected to Tennessee and a guy Tennessee wanted to get in for a visit. So obviously all this stuff changes quickly. So kind of on the periphery, but feels like maybe not quite the center scope right now.
Shump, switching gears a little bit. A baseball game tonight over at Lindsey Nelson. Blaine Brown gets the start on the hill for the first time in about a month. He made a really good start for just one inning, maybe two at the beginning of the season.
Against UNC Asheville, who they're playing tonight.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay. Well, there you go. But then he had the one where he couldn't throw a strike, and we haven't seen him since. Obviously, the bullpen is the weakest of links with this year's Tennessee baseball team, and it feels like Josh Elander is just looking for options now. You saw Chandler Day get in the game Sunday, and Blaine Brown. I guess the obvious question is, could we ever see Brown on the weekend? Is tonight kind of an audition for him?
I don't know if I would go as far as audition, but it feels like opening up that possibility again. It kind of felt like that possibility was closed for this season, given how long it's been since he's thrown. So, I don't think him pitching well tonight would mean, all right, there's a good chance we see him get an opportunity on the weekend, but I do think it's, maybe a step in the direction of that becoming a possibility.
I wonder if it's like, if you're going to use him on the weekend, he's obviously not going to start. So I was wondering if at some point you got to, have him start in left field or DH or whatever, and then bring him in to pitch later in the ball game and see how he does in that scenario.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. I think, and then when you start him, you can just slide him into that DH spot, which is why I think they like doing that here in the midweek, so they don't have to tinker with things throughout the game. And, they're trying to get other pitchers action. And basically, if you're going to start him as the pitcher, if you're going to put him in the game in relief, then once he leaves, that's the pitcher spot. And you're going to have to pinch hit for that guy the rest of the time through. So, if you're going to use him in a midweek, kind of as you're saying, I guess you'd have to use him late in the game. But that's plausible too. So I don't necessarily disagree that it would be better off to try to, if it is truly an audition, to try to throw him in a little bit later in the game. But again, I think this week feels more like just trying to get his feet wet again. I honestly didn't think we would see him pitch again this season. So, that aspect of it is, curious for sure.
You can suggest that to Elander tonight after the game. Tell him the boys at the Drive. We're here if he needs us.
Yes.
Yeah, we got some assistant pitching coaches ready to ready to help out.
Well, that's a good segue into my next question for you, because I saw a piece that you put up on RTI, and it was regarding your big takeaways from the weekend in Starkville. And you could also pass along to Josh that Russell and I yesterday formally proclaimed that we approved of the job he did coaching this past weekend. We were like, we didn't really have any complaints. It was
seal of approval.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we know that means a lot to him. So if you could pass that along, that would be good. But back to a serious question. What do you think was different this weekend? Because, man, I don't know how you felt, but we were not exactly optimistic heading to Starkville. They were about the team. They were, Mississippi State coming off a sweep against Georgia. It's like, surely they're not going to lose another series, let alone get swept. But something was different with our guys this week. I mean, 34 hits over the weekend versus 17 the weekend before against LSU is, I guess, one good place to start. But what do you think the big differences were?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was that was really the only one that I would say felt really like a big difference to me. And I thought the approach was better. It just felt like guys trying to do less. It felt like Tennessee hit the ball opposite field a lot more line drives than they have, just a more steady approach. And look, they executed in situational spots. When there was a runner on third and less than 2 outs, Tennessee got that runner home. Tennessee took advantage of its scoring opportunities. Like, some clutch hitting just goes a long way. And certainly the vibe of Sunday's game changed a whole lot when Tennessee had nobody on with 2 outs up by 2 in the 9th inning, just trying to get to the finish line. And then they have 3 straight hits and they score, or 4 straight hits, and they score 3 runs, and all of a sudden you're up by 5 and you feel pretty good. So I think that's a big part of it. And credit to the underclass. I mean, a lot of guys contributed and had nice weekends, but Trent Grenlinger, how good he looked. Manny Marin better. Jay had the 3-hit day, and the sacrifice squeeze on Saturday. So that was all big. And then on the pitching staff, I don't think anything was super different. That staff's been good. You've seen it. All top 5 pitchers have been pretty good for Tennessee. I think all 5 guys had nice weekends. Landon Mack would be probably the only one that I would say wasn't close to his best. And then, after those 5 guys, it's about piecing together outs. And when all 5 of those guys were good, that meant Tennessee had to get 7 outs from people outside of that group. And Bo Rudy really stepped up and threw the ball well. Brady Frederick got a big out to get out of the 7th inning. So, all that stuff on the pitching side, I think more than anything, they just mitigated what they needed past those top 5 guys. And, those 5 guys have been good. So that part didn't feel quite as shocking to me.
He is Ryan Shump at RockyTopInsider.com. Ryan, last thing from me, football question for you. David Gabriel George, the 5-star running back from Chattanooga Baylor today, names his Final 4 schools: Tennessee, Ohio State, Ole Miss, Georgia. Most insiders think that it's a Tennessee-Ohio State battle in the end. We've been talking a lot about recruiting. Like, I used to just go crazy over basketball, football recruiting. It feels like in the age of the portal, a lot of the luster is worn off there. As people just assume you sign a 20-man signing class, half those guys are gone within 2 years. David Gabriel George feels a little bit different. He would by far be the highest running back Tennessee signed since Jalen Hurd, Alvin Kamara, those type guys. I guess the question is this recruitment worth getting excited over for fans?
Yeah, I think so. I think this is a next level difference maker. And I think when you look at guys, especially skill guys who are next level difference makers and come in and make a huge impact year one, those guys typically don't transfer. I don't think with Ohio State being Tennessee's biggest competition, I don't think you have to look a whole lot further than that. Jeremiah Smith hasn't left. Carnell Tate hasn't left. A lot of really, really good skill guys at Ohio State who have come in and been offered a ton of money elsewhere and have stayed. And obviously, if you get him and he's really good, you're going to have to pay to keep him. But this feels like one of those guys that it's not like you're going to get a second chance in a few years to try to snack him out of the portal. So this is certainly a different level prospect and a different level recruitment that I certainly think is worth investing more energy, more stock into following as a fan.
Hey, breaking news: Denia Prawl committed to Louisville, Ryan. Just wanted you to know.
Heartbreaking.
Yeah, I know.
All right, then.
Just your thoughts.
That's why we call him Bobby Scoops, Ryan. I mean, nothing gets by him. It's just constantly on the lookout for the latest important breaking news.
Yeah,
that's exactly right.
Yeah,
I saw the Virginia Tech girl committed to Clemson, I believe. I did see her at the airport on Saturday as I was trying to, wait out day Ames. So, missed opportunity by me not getting a quote from her there.
It sounded like as of yesterday, it was sounding like she may be coming our way, but I guess not.
No, I think I saw that. Maybe I'm making that up, but I think I saw that she'd committed to Clemson. I know that's where she visited after.
Yeah, well, you got to get better. Sylvia's lapping you.
I was going to say, aren't we supposed to be talking to Sylvia about this right now? What's happening?
Well, I'm trying
to. As of 24 minutes ago, according to Ryan Sylvia on Rocky Top Insider, reported Lady Vols basketball transfer portal target commits to ACC program instead.
Yeah. See, Sylvia's that guy's a machine. Gotta say.
Yes.
Gotta say.
Thank you, Shumpert. Appreciate it. Ryan Shumpert, RockyTopInsider.com for all the latest.
Yeah, appreciate you guys having me on. Talk to y'all next week.
Thank you, Ryan.
Ryan Shumpert, one more time here on the Drive Fan Run Radio. A little more bullish on the baseball team. I feel like Shump has been out on baseball for a while. Like, he's just beginning like, they're not that good kind of thing. And
kind of felt like we all were. We were all down in the dumps, bunch of gloomy gusses, and for good reason.
I feel like I was. I have since day one thought more of their potential than most.
I think you were the one that was most. You were on closest to snapping.
Yeah, because I feel like they have, like Shump was kind of like Russ. They're just not that good, and I'm like I don't know. I see a couple of high draft picks on this team. Like they should be better than what they're showing. So I mean I was feeling some type of way about it, but. We
got some breaks this weekend. Plays went our way for a change.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's like we can't just rest on our laurels, whatever they are, coming out of that series, because Ole Miss, I was just looking at the pitching stats. They're right there with us in terms of ERA and WHIP and all that stuff. By the way, I think we're third nationally in WHIP and third in walks per. Like we don't walk guys, which is good. Yeah. Well,
how many guys have we plunked so far this year?
A few. I think we only plunked 2 this weekend, which for us, it's good.
Just 2 guys.
Krenzel's ratio when he's out there of plunks per pitch thrown has got to be leading the nation.
Brady Frederick got somebody on Sunday.
Didn't Cam hit a guy on Friday?
Maybe.
He might have done it to send a message.
Just on purpose, yeah.
Could have done it.
Back up, buddy.
91 doesn't feel
You better
good.
back up.
I mean, I will say that, and that's what Shump was mentioning in his piece, and we talked about it yesterday. I feel really good about the pitching all the way up to like innings 7 and 8 right now. I mean, if we can just shore that up, I mean, because now between Arvidsson and Appenzeller, you got guys who can do long haul relief. I mean,
you can use 1 or 2 more though.
Well, I just think you need guys that can close out, get those couple of outs. That's really where we're at.
I can't remember which one of you guys it was that sent a tweet in our group about like if there's like 5 plays, if they go differently, we would be 10-4 in league play.
Yeah, that was I think that might have been from Kendall Rogers. He had put it out.
Yeah,
actually.
Yeah,
and,
that's who it was.
Yeah.
But I mean, but at the end of the day, you make your own breaks, I guess.
Yeah.
Open up the phone lines, 865-966-3435, your phone number if you want to get on the show this afternoon. 966-3435, your number to call or text the Drive on a beautiful Tuesday afternoon edition of the show. Back with more Fan Run Radio right after this.
The Drive.
East Tennessee Sports Authority. This is Fan Run Radio. Knoxville.
It's baseball time in Knoxville. Your Knoxville Smokies are back in action and back home next week. Join us for a week packed full of fun with All-You-Can-Eat Wednesday, our Knox Vegas Thirsty Thursday with half-off draft beers. Come dance with the Smokies and fireworks on Saturday, and we're halfway to Halloween on Sunday. Woo! What a week. Reserve your seats now at SmokiesBaseball.com.
Knoxville Smokies.
Rickard Ridge Barbecue. It's more than just dinner, it's a destination. Hey, this is Russell Smith, and whenever somebody asks me for a barbecue recommendation, I always tell them to take the quick drive up I-75 and visit Rickard Ridge Barbecue. Rickard Ridge is about a 20-minute drive up I-75 from downtown Knoxville. Just take exit 134 in Caryville, hang a right, and Rickard Ridge is tucked just inside Cove Lake State Park on your left. You can't miss it. Fall off the bone Memphis-style baby back ribs, slow-smoked chicken thighs, fresh, juicy, hand-cut steaks. Rickard Ridge has it all. And this ain't no Yankee chain store fly-by-night operation either. Owner Mark Rickard has spent years honing his smoking skills in Memphis, and his secret recipe and techniques have been driving East Tennessee wild for years. So make time to check him out. Rickard Ridge Barbecue inside Cove Lake State Park and online at rickardridgebbq.com.
Surfside is made with vodka, real tea, and real juice, and has only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, and 0 bubbles. That's right. No bubbles, no troubles. That's why Surfside was named the 2025 Spirit Brand of the Year by MarketWatch. Their variety packs come with options: iced tea, lemonade, or green tea. Find your flavor by trying them all. Surfside, sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older to enjoy. Party smart.
Ball fans.
Fan Run Sports Channel. Do us a favor if you're watching there right now. Look down, hit that thumbs up icon, give us a like. If you're not subscribed, please go ahead and click subscribe now. Helps us grow the show and keep it free and limited in commercial interruptions. I'm Russell Smith. Been doing this show since 2010, every afternoon for 15 years now, from 3 till 6 p.m. We call it The Drive. We appreciate you tuning in this afternoon, and we appreciate the listeners sending us the AI news today. Is speaking of 15 years, is my illustrious former co-host, Terry Fair. He's coming back to coaching now, according to AI News.
Yeah, Big Dog in West Tennessee posted that, I haven't seen it yet, but said there's a new AI story out today about Terry Fair coming back to UT in a strategic coaching role. They said Neyland Stadium erupted with excitement.
I bet they did.
So it must have been at the Orange and White game,
Can't
right?
believe you kept this from us, Russ.
It's a strategic coaching move as opposed to those just non-strategic moves where it's a guy just like sitting in the corner eating potato chips cross-eyed. Like those guys, not very strategic.
Well, we got to learn more. That's quite a
Did you ask Terry about it yet?
I mean, it's
Coach
AI
Fair,
news,
rather?
man. I mean, what's to ask? It's obviously true. Did you see the one I sent you guys last night about Al Wilson?
Yeah. The thing about these AI news people, whoever's
they're getting more creative.
Yeah, they are.
More personal. And
exactly. I mean, you are talking about, crazy Al Wilson. At what point do you're sitting there making your little AI stories and you hear a knock at the door?
And I imagine when you hear that knock, like you open it up and there's Al in those huge shoulder pads, his jersey.
with his breathe right
strip, cowboy collar sticking out. Yeah, he's
eyes swelled up because he's in a race.
Yeah. No, AI News. This is from Big Orange Family on Facebook last night. Former Tennessee football superstar filed a shocking lawsuit against his wife after routine blood test ahead of their son's surgery unexpectedly revealed he is not the biological father of any of the children in his family. And it's got the picture of Al Wilson. Like, it doesn't say his name, but it's clearly Al Wilson. And then it even has the fabricated quote. And I mean, this is like, again, this is like Red Smith couldn't have written this
It's heartfelt.
Any better quote. I can't believe this. This is unbelievable. She said, all I ever did was come home from the field exhausted and fall asleep. But while I was out there in orange and white, giving everything I had to build our life, she was building a life with somebody else.
Hell yeah.
I mean, again, it's in a just world.
Did Neyland Stadium erupt with applause when that happened? When Al Wilson, stood up for his manhood?
I don't know. It still does.
Was he married with children while he was here playing for Tennessee? Because I thought he was built like there was no NIL back then. I thought he built his wife when he was wearing the orange and blue of the Denver Broncos.
Yeah. Maybe he laid the groundwork here at Tennessee, but.
Well, I hope that he's able to get his personal life straightened out. I hate that it's playing out publicly like this. It's very, very distasteful.
So completely fake news that Al's kids aren't his own and Terry is returning to UT as a coach.
Yeah.
Two things that are just not true.
At least they're not killing these guys off. Like they killed off Holly Warlick and Konzo Martin, got RIPs on the fake AI news on Facebook lately. And boomers read this stuff and like, oh my God, I can't believe Holly Warlick's dead. Exactly.
And they buy especially those Facebook people. Like you look down, it's not just UT centric ones.
There are people walking around right now who are fully convinced that Konzo Martin and Holly Warlick are dead.
Yeah.
That Al Wilson is at war with his wife.
Not true.
And that Terry Fair is on the staff now again at Tennessee.
Would make me happy, but also not true. I mean, it's insane. The part that scares me is these people vote.
Yes.
That's the part that scares me.
Well, probably in pretty high numbers.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that don't vote that are much more knowledgeable and able to suss through what's BS and what's not, who are just so fed up with the system that they're like, I don't even want to participate. It makes me feel gross.
Now, I will say it. At least the one with T-Fair has
not
a
that
kernel
I'm speaking
of
for anybody on this show.
Has a kernel of believability because he was a college football coach. He coached at Tennessee, Colorado State. That to me, like if you had told me if we came in and saw a news break that Heupel had brought Terry back on board for, some kind of position, I'd believe it.
Did I see correctly where we had 2 United States congressmen resign for sex scandals yesterday?
Yes.
Separately?
Yeah.
I saw one. I saw
or 2?
Really?
Yeah, 2. The one in Texas who had an affair with a staffer. She ended up literally pouring gasoline over her head and set herself on fire. Like one of those Buddhist monks in orange robes. Yeah.
I mean,
because of the affair?
The fallout from it. Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's horrible.
Like, no more. I mean, you ask just about anybody who would know anything about absolute worst way you can die is burning.
I guess Bill Clinton's off the hook. He's like, I mean, I don't know. Call me old fashioned, like the olden days. The worst thing that would happen is they tell your wife.
And Big Dog didn't have to. That was the thing about Slick Will. I'm not saying anything you did was right. All right, it was.
You're not okay. No. You want to get that disclaimer out there,
out of the way. But you never heard about the Big Dog drugging anybody.
No.
You heard some pretty disturbing things about him. But again, who knows what's true, what's not.
Yeah. And then the other one, apparently, that's come out today. He may have drugged and raped somebody. There's
California.
One in California and one in Texas.
Well, I mean, our best and brightest, right? These are the people that represent the citizenry of the United States.
How's that guy in Texas got to feel? It's like
it's a lot to carry with you.
Yeah, it is.
He hasn't
unless
wanted
he's really
to
a
resign.
sick guy and think that's a flex. Like God, somebody was that.
I mean, hey,
hopeless.
Without me, he's that great a lover.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like she just literally set herself on fire.
Yeah.
I don't think it was that. Nah.
Bear, what? Yeah, you go on. What do you think it was?
She completely destroyed her life, her family's life.
Oh, she was married?
Yeah, she's married with kids.
Oh, no. Well, probably shouldn't be joking about this.
Yeah, no. I mean, somebody dumps a gallon of gasoline over their head and lights a match. Hell no, we shouldn't be joking about it. Terrible.
Hey, man.
I guess should be
religiously committed people in South Vietnam knew how to stage a damn demonstration. These people out marching with their flags and their
blocking
their
the
little
interstates.
their little signs and everything. You don't impress me. Come on. Sure, I mean, these people are committed. Can't say she didn't mean it. I guess she wasn't really protesting. She was just at her wit's end. But those people in Vietnam,
how did we get
knew
here?
how to put on a show.
AI stories.
Yeah.
That's how we got here.
865-966-3435.
We got a lot of breaking news coming up, though.
Your phone number, 966-3435. Yeah, and I have obtained some audio.
You have?
Of what?
I'm going to save it for hour number 2.
Which one of us is the three of us is it going to humiliate?
Who said it's going to humiliate anybody?
You never get gleeful unless one of us is getting ready to get hammered.
It could just be Rick Barnes talking about the transfer portal. You don't know. All I've said is that I've obtained some audio. Why do you automatically ascribe to me nefarious intent?
Your eyes are twinkling and you're smiling.
Still haven't denied it.
I'm a happy guy.
Still haven't denied it.
Happy guy. I've obtained some potentially explosive audio.
Just saying, the three of us notice a lot of times your happiness is at our expense. Just saying.
An alert listener sent in, and we'll share it.
Okay,
we will share.
I definitely felt it yesterday, Bear, with you out. He was
telling you.
He was searching for
what?
These broad shoulders protect you and Walker from a lot, boys.
Did you and I get into it yesterday?
Well, you kind of put me out there on the Sturl stuff again.
You brought it up. No, I didn't. You just did it again.
No.
Stay with us. Hour number 2 of The Drive coming up next here on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive.
Fan Run Radio, the flagship station for Tennessee fans. This ain't no wishy-washy, limp-wristed, kale-eating, half-ass sports radio station. We're your in-your-face, truth-telling, say it loud, flag-waving, face-painting, hardcore, bring the noise, causing a ruckus, don't give a damn sports station. Sports talk that doesn't just hang up and listen. For the fans. This is Fan Run Radio. Get some.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
In a world filled with deadlines and screens, sometimes we forget the simple joys of life, days filled with special moments. At Inward Half, we understand the essence of these moments. Feel the difference between our breathable fabrics and flexible apparel as you disconnect from the hustle and bustle and reconnect with what truly matters. Inward Half, simple luxury for on and off the course.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, Ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
It's time for the Drive's Top 4 at 4.
Hour number 2 of the Drive underway, Fan Run Radio, and time for the Top 4 at 4 with Walker Smith. Hello, Walker.
Hey, Russell.
Been quiet back there today.
I was busy back here.
Compiling the news.
Doing the thing.
Data.
Just doing the thing, as we say.
Enlighten us.
At number 1, Tennessee basketball target Chris Washington Jr., a 4-star small forward in the class of 2026, will announce his college decision tomorrow at 4:30 Eastern Time. Washington's finalists are the Vols, Ole Miss, Auburn, Villanova, and USC. The Vols are also hosting Notre Dame transfer Jaylen Harrelson on campus today.
Busy day.
Sounds like Harrelson's coming in this evening, which I just learned, and he's staying through till tomorrow evening.
Maybe just a dinner and a tour tomorrow, I guess.
Yes.
Baseball game tonight.
Do you do a tour with that guy, or is that just pretty much, hey, here's our basketball plan for you. Here's how much money.
I assume when they say tour, I figure they're talking about the arena in Pratt and the athletic facilities, not.
I mean, maybe you put them in the golf cart, just kind of drive around
campus.
Yeah, it's like, hey, there's the hill, there's the stadium, there's the UC, whatever. All right. Now let's get to business.
Yeah.
Does the agent come in with him?
I don't know. It's a good question. I'm not sure.
Yeah, well,
I'm sure it varies from person to person. I'm sure some agents stay with the guy for every visit. Some guys just talk on the phone after. I'm sure everyone conducts their business differently. At number 2, Tennessee baseball looks to navigate the midweek minefield again as they take on UNC Asheville tonight at Lindsey Nelson Stadium. First pitch is at 6 p.m. and is streaming on SEC Network Plus. Two-way player Blaine Brown will start on the mound for the first time in about a month.
What time is that game?
6 o'clock.
Right when we get done. Okay.
I was a little surprised that Shump pushed back on your thoughts on this kid that's starting tonight.
He did?
A little bit. He was surprised that they were even going to pitch him again this year.
That's what we were saying last week, is that we didn't expect him to see the mound again.
Yeah, I just think that, again, like if this is an audition, because he throws hard, man. Like he's
got good stuff.
He's like mid-90s with his fastball. So if he's an option to help you, like for real help you, then he's not going to do it as a starter. So my thought is, like, wouldn't you be better off starting one of your potential starters, if it's one of these freshmen who might have a shot at a weekend rotational spot next year, like start those. But for Blaine Brown, like let him start out in left field and then bring him in to pitch an inning in like the 7th or 8th, because that's what would happen if we're actually using him in a game that matters, right?
Yeah. You'd think they would want to maybe have that arrow in the quiver, so to speak, come postseason time. You know, never hurt. You got to have every arm you can get once it gets to that point.
Well, we need more than just Appenzeller and Arvidsson in the bullpen is bottom line. And Bo Rudy's shown some nice signs. Frederick did get the big out in the 8th Sunday. Need to see more from him. Like, is there anybody else, man? Is there anybody else that can, like, what's the deal with Craig Krenzel or Braden Krenzel? Like, can he get it together? Because that would be huge. Like, if he can come in and be a guy that you can hand the ball off to and he can go multiple innings.
You have to worry about him walking the bases loaded.
Well, at this point, it's just, I mean, he's kind of a disaster. It's like he comes in and something awful is going to happen. Like, it's not like, okay, maybe he can give us 2 or 3 batters. Like, he literally can't get a single at bat without disaster striking. So I wonder if you see him tonight. It's like, all right, listen, we're going to bring you in a midweek game. Like, if we had a big lead tonight, like that would be ideal. It's like, hey, we're going to bring you in the 8th inning of a 14-2 game and let you work through it. If you hit a guy, you hit it. Like, we're going to let you throw 30 or 40 pitches here and just let you work through it.
How big a lead's it got to be for you guys to feel comfortable?
What if he hits 3 guys? So, I mean,
if he hurts somebody.
Hey, man, like we've got, like to Bear's question, if we've got a double-digit lead or close to it,
yeah,
we're gonna. Because it's a mental thing, right? We've seen him pitch well. Like, we know
he was
it's
great
in
last
there.
year.
It's like, hey, look, it's a meaningless Tuesday night game, right? Just
relax.
Just
throw the ball. Don't
go
think about
through it. Don't worry about the base runners.
That would have to suck if you're a batter going up against a guy like that.
Maybe he just needs glass. I think it's a Rick Wild Thing Vaughn thing.
Yeah, like if you're in the Asheville dugout tonight, you're like, oh God, they brought this guy out. You get up here in the box, this guy's plunking people left and right.
It's all mental. It's all mental.
Yeah, lean in, take one for the team, man.
Yeah, wear it. Badge of honor. At number 3, Iowa will have to vacate 4 victories from 2023 for tampering with quarterback Cade McNamara before he entered the transfer portal, the NCAA announced today. The NCAA said that Iowa coach Kirk Ferentz and assistant John Budmeyer participated in 13 phone calls with McNamara and sent 2 text messages prior to him entering the portal in November of 2022. McNamara left Michigan a few days later and transferred to Iowa.
I thought you were going to say had to vacate wins because that offense is so god awful.
Was under Ferentz, that's for sure.
I mean, is there ever been a more meaningless punishment for something? They're vacating 3 wins?
4.
4
wins in 23
from 3 years ago. Who cares?
And how about it being Iowa of all schools that gets like I'm sure they're playing in the gray area just like everybody else was at that time, but
they're not down in the gutter like the big boys are.
Well, yeah, like us and Ohio State and Clemson, and
Georgia,
all the rest of them.
Miami.
I don't know. They did have wasn't it a strength coach at borderline racial incident thing happening a couple years ago?
Yeah, they did.
So
imagine it would make it hard for recruiting.
You would think so. Is that it?
Oh, we got one more. And at number 4, NFL reporter Diana Russini has resigned from The Athletic less than a week after published photos of her and New England Patriots coach Mike Vrabel.
I bet you Vrabel isn't resigning.
Nope.
No.
At an Arizona resort prompted an internal investigation at The Athletic, a New York Times-owned sports outlet. The New York Post last week published the photos of Vrabel and Russini at the Sedona Hotel and said they were taken before the NFL owners' meetings and began in Phoenix on March 29th.
Sparked a great hot tub debate on the drive last week. It did. Another thing that I wasn't aware of, they were holding hands because the video, I saw some guys talking about it. Interlocking fingers when you're holding somebody's hand makes it more intimate.
Oh, yeah.
We talked about the interlocking
Could be
fingers.
thumb wrestling, though.
That wasn't thumb wrestling.
They weren't thumb wrestling. They were sitting in a pool.
Guess not.
Like if he had just been holding her, I think he's holding both hands. It's very intimate. Like in some cultures, like you ever see the pictures, videos like George Bush would walk around like holding hands with the Saudi prince, because that's what they did. Like that's normal. That's a sign of
I could
trust
never
and
have
friendship.
that job because I wouldn't do that. I'm like, no, man, we ain't holding hands.
Of course, yeah. You're not. You're
Not a
just
hand
too
holder.
manly to hold hands.
I just think it's
or
odd.
get in a hot tub with everybody.
Yeah.
Methinks the gentleman doth protest too much.
Yeah, there were a lot of people asked the question yesterday if maybe you were hanging out with some buds yesterday in the hot tub.
No.
in the hot tub with the boys.
No,
holding
that's just
hands?
something that I've always found very odd. I guess it's just a cultural thing.
Yes,
It's like odd.
Yes, it's a cultural thing. Just like kissing on the cheek is a cultural thing. Like
Wouldn't do that either.
dudes do that, but you would if you were over there. You don't
Yeah, if I was
because you're
raised in that
here.
culture. But I was blessed by God to be raised in the United States of America. USA, USA.
Boy, how uncomfortable and strange did Bear look right there hitting the USA chant? How close were you slipping into USSR
There
right
would
there?
be so many awkward moments for you, buddy, if you were ever overseas. Like, the whole
Oh my
kissing
God.
on the cheek.
Can we
thing,
please
everything
make it
else.
happen? Bear in Europe, can you imagine?
Yes.
Like
Euro
you just
trash it and ready for me.
Just send Bear with Walker and a video camera and get him on like one of those trains where you rely like through France and Germany and into like Greece and just all the awkward encounters he would get into.
You speak a foreign language?
No, but
No.
I've been there, and I know how to take a train from one
He's a man of
country
the
to the
world.
other.
Yeah. But it's a very common, salutation.
I mean, there's the ugly American
kiss on
and then
each
there's
cheek.
Bear. I mean, like
Yeah.
what is
It's just. I feel like I do fine in England.
Well,
They don't have any weird things.
Oh,
like that.
not at all.
not
Not at all.
They eat,
You
eat
go right
beans
ahead,
with their
my man.
breakfast. What are we talking about?
I mean,
You don't like a good English?
No.
Oh,
you'd be pretty close to the motherland. You could just hop right on over and
I'd gladly
see
stay
your
in England.
people.
You really don't like a good English breakfast?
No, I don't like beans with breakfast.
They do have some funky stuff.
There'll be. You could go and see the Nikolai Volkov
They got trains to
monument.
Moscow.
It's like this is a Red October song, isn't it?
I'm surprised you would even talk over it. I mean, Bear standing at attention right now in the White Claw hard seltzers.
They can see me
Take
on
that hat
camera.
off. Remove that hat, sir.
Tears streaming down his face.
This was
Tears
scary
of,
when I was a
of
kid.
joy and pride right now.
Bushy eyebrow guys from the Politburo were talking about nuking us.
Have you seen I saw a preview for a movie about Reagan and Gorbachev like making the nuclear deal. It's got Jeff Daniels as Reagan and
Really?
who's the guy from Mad Men and Chernobyl? Jared Harris. He plays Gorbachev.
Jared Harris?
Yeah.
does?
He was also in.
Does he look like him?
Yeah.
He was in one of the Kingsmen.
Great actor.
He was one of the bad guys in one of those installments. Do you ever watch those movies, Walker?
Yeah.
Oh, I love the Kingsman movies.
Yeah.
Great movies.
Like I immediately turned to Walker. He's like, I know Bear hasn't seen this stuff. Walker,
Kingsman?
pay attention.
I've seen
You
every
got
one
me?
of them, including the Origin one. Those are great movies.
Yeah, they are.
So Mike Vrabel.
Holding hands with Dinah. He
Yeah.
doesn't lose his job, but she
No, a
does.
little bit of a double standard there, it seems like.
Is it? Or is it just that she was a journalist and
Yeah, I think some of it is what you do professionally.
I mean, why is it different for her and not for him?
She's got a professional.
Yeah, there's got to be a level of integrity.
He's not professional. He doesn't have to. He's representing an entire
He's having
organization.
an affair with a reporter.
Yeah. How's that stacking up for Lane Kiffin as a coach? I mean, they're held to a different standard than journalists are.
Yes, I think men are held to a different standard.
No,
than
journalists.
How many men journalists are out there running around on their wives, not losing their job over it?
Well, it depends. I don't know. If they're doing what it's alleged that she's done, then I would say they would be fired pretty quick.
I'm not saying she shouldn't be fired. I'm just saying that it looks like Mike Vrabel is kind of skating here in it takes two to tango situation.
I agree with you. I think you're conflating two separate things, and I don't think he's going to be skating. You seen? I can't imagine Jen Vrabel's real happy.
I was going to say he's not skating at home. I assure you.
Third level of hell.
Yeah. I was just thinking of Marv Albert. Now, he wasn't quite a journalist, but things didn't go well for Marv.
Yeah, he had that whole freak.
It's a different time. Yeah, I mean, different time, different. I mean, like he was biting chicks.
Yeah, he's a biter.
Yeah, he was in the whole BDSM thing. It was very.
He was wearing a half slip or something.
Yeah,
dress up in women's lingerie.
Yeah, he was
into a freaky deaky thing.
What about that dude last week who was like married to the attorney general and he was into
Christy Gnomes.
Yeah,
he was into like the
firing big boobs,
prosthetics.
Yeah, what do you call autogynephilia or something? Like to imagine himself as a woman with big boobs. This make you uncomfortable, Bob?
You seem very studied on the topic. I didn't even know there's a term for it.
Oh yeah, I mean, like there's a whole subset of dudes out there that like to imagine themselves as women with big gazungas.
All right.
I mean, but if you're married to a governor of a state, yet just a complete, how do you think you're
a little reckless?
Yeah,
little reckless. There's no such thing as secrets anymore. I mean, we talked about Bill Clinton in hour number one. Like, if he were president this day and age,
he'd still get elected.
I mean,
he's been gone so long. People forget just how magnetic that dude was.
Beep, beep, beep. Back it up a little bit. Christy, no, man. Are we missing the point of what she was in the middle of? I mean, why? I'm not saying that what her husband did is okay. I mean, it's not exactly like she's.
Well, I mean, she got fired, but she had the $50 million jet
on the show.
Yeah,
she did have her 737 with the.
Yeah, there was
love lounge in the back.
Yeah, there was a term for it. That was a more politically correct term that you just called it.
The love lounge?
Yeah.
Well, like I said, we can't say what the other name of it was, but
I'll tell you at the break.
Yeah, we'll tell you at the break.
If this plane's a rocking, don't come a knocking. Wait, was she involved in this?
She was having a
sexual
pretty
thing?
much open affair with a member of her staff.
Ah,
yeah. And
surprise.
She was married. He was married.
Everybody's married.
Everybody's married. Yeah.
Not a good thing. No winners.
I guess they felt like they were doing it in airspace.
I don't.
So maybe it
was
okay.
I mean, hey, say what you will about Slick Willie, but I mean, he was just behind his time, like.
That's what I was saying in
JFK. Like just cruise right through those things with no problem because nobody would report on it. It wouldn't come out. If it was,
he was protected.
Boys will be boys. And at the end of the day, he was just having normal, horny old guy sex.
Whereas him and his brother, allegedly kind of passed Marilyn Monroe around.
Oh, he's about JFK.
Yeah.
But, I mean, like those guys just liked pretty women. They weren't running around with big fake boobs, taking pictures of themselves.
Getting on web chats with dominatrixes.
God, what happened to this men in this country, man?
He paid that woman, I read something like $25,000, $30,000 just to sit on a camera wearing that getup and talking to her.
Well, Bob, if this makes you uncomfortable, I shudder to think what your response to our next segment is going to be.
Oh, God. What are we doing?
I have obtained some audio.
What audio?
An alert listener sent me some audio concerning our dear friend Bob Baskerville Yesterday.
You're treating him like a real friend right now.
May shock him. It's not necessary. It's about Bob.
I got nothing to hide, man. Whatever.
It's okay.
Bring it.
Yeah, well, not compared to Christy Gnome's husband, you don't.
Yeah.
It's nothing like that. It's nothing like that.
Well, let's hope not.
Stay with us.
My wife's listening, by
The
the way.
drive continues. Fan Run Radio, audio that may shock and or amaze you concerning our dear friend Bob Baskerville when we continue next year on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive. Check out exclusive Fan Run video content on YouTube. Just search Fan Run Sports and be sure to like and subscribe.
Citizens National Bank.
Experience the thrill of traveling with C&B's exclusive travel program. Customers age 50 and above with a Plus Perks checking account can participate, ensuring a safe and delightful travel adventure. Take a day trip or an overnight trip. Travel domestic or international. C&B is always on the go.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
We really need to get some branded stuff. Shirts, hats, promo items, something professional.
I mean, we could just find a website and order a bunch of it ourselves.
You could, but you're taking a big risk. You don't know the quality, the fit, the timeline. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I guess, but isn't that how everyone does it now?
Not the ones who actually care about how their brand looks. Look, if we're putting our name on it, it needs to be done right. We need SM Athletics.
SM Athletics?
Yeah, they specialize in working with businesses like ours. Apparel, hats, promo gear, but real, customized stuff. They actually care if it turns out right.
Probably a lot better than getting stuck with 100 t-shirts with crooked logos.
Exactly. Plus, they'll walk you through everything. Sizing, colors, material, so it matches the image we're trying to build.
Makes sense. What's the name again?
SM Athletics. Trust me, if you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, this is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
Your smile says it all, so make sure it's saying the right thing. At Knoxville Smiles, we believe health.
So, our illustrious co-host Bob Baskerville, a fantastic addition to the show. Of course, he is the most interesting man at Fan Run. He's done a lot of stuff through the years. We've told you about the various TV networks that he's run, the shows that he's produced.
He's the Ronnie Wood of the Drive.
One of the shows,
hope I've aged better, but
that Bob was intimately involved with was the Howard Stern Show. In the 1990s, this was on E! I remember watching this show all the time when I was a kid, and like Howard Stern would be
it's incredible.
Yeah, and
I loved it.
Little did I know that I would be co-hosting a show with a guy who was the executive producer of that show back in the day. Now, yesterday during this show, I received a text from the great Val Anderton. Ladies love the drive. She's listening to the Howard Stern Show yesterday or maybe last week. I don't know when. But she's listening to the Howard Stern Show. And all of a sudden, Howard, the king of all media, the biggest name in radio history, was like him and Rush Limbaugh or like of our time.
Yeah, and Howard.
Like Howard talking about Bob yesterday on Sirius XM. One of the most listened to radio programs in the world. They're talking about our co-host. Now, I really want to thank Andy and Val for reminding me this because I did not edit this, and there's an S-bomb in the audio.
Good deal.
So I'm going to run across the hall. This should take me 2 minutes to edit this.
Okay.
Can you guys talk quietly amongst yourselves?
We do it when you're not here. We have actually rather nice, productive, fun conversations.
Do you want me to set the topic?
No.
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 Just go do your thing, man.
Just go. Just leave us alone.
No, you're good.
All right. BRB, as they say in the trade.
All right.
One of the things that, that's not that humble a brag. That show was the beginning of, countless. That was the very first simulcast of a radio show for television.
Yeah, now it's
the first.
Like every day.
Yeah.
We're doing it right now.
Yeah, that's right.
There were some real characters. I think because I've asked you before, and it was after that. He used to have this really odd, like middle-aged lady on. She's the kind of lady who it wouldn't like. She was like into like crystals and like chakra and like weird like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he used to have the oddest conversations with her that I would laugh until I'd cry.
Yeah, that might have been past my time there because I don't remember.
I think it was like 98, 99.
Yeah, that was definitely past my time.
But she would always respond with, instead of thank you, this person would say, you're welcome. Without anybody thanking her. Yeah. It was, I don't know. It was absurd.
He had the market cornered on odd regulars and guests. And
now everything. He's kind of morphed into like the guy that interviews like mega bands and gone more music back to, his music roots.
He's actually, for my money, he's become the best interviewer in the around, period. I mean, he is totally evolved from what was kind of, shock jock radio back then. And he still has moments, a little bit of it here and there, but now he focuses mostly on doing like these long form interviews. And I got to tell you, almost every one of them, when they're with good guests, they're great. They're great listens. He
has great questions. Yeah. And I guess, his staff's top notch.
Yeah. He's reinvented himself for sure. Not that he was unsuccessful, but I feel like I shouldn't say reinvent. He evolved.
Yeah. And you have to.
Yeah.
Or it just gets stale. And you get guys like, his adversaries opening. I mean, those guys just, instead of evolving, they keep pushing the envelope further and further until, you busted through the envelope and you said something that you can't come back from.
Yeah.
Like, or done something like, the whole St. Peter's thing with them. And
it's,
you ever meet those guys?
Trying to think back. No.
Mancow was big in Knoxville for a while.
He was based in Chicago, though.
Yeah, but he was.
Yeah,
I can't remember what somebody.
Greaseman was the other big DJ that was up in New York at that same station at K-Rock when I was getting his show set up for television. He would be on in the afternoon.
Is Imus still alive?
Imus died.
Did he?
Years ago, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he passed away. And that was another thing we had to do because for a while we were doing a studio-based TV show, like a talk show, and we would shoot it in Long Island, or not across the way, it's Staten Island. And we would be at the studios, and it's the same place where Imus used to do his show for WFAN. And those two hate each other. Each other. And so we always had to make sure that because we'd be shooting the show at about the time, we'd be starting about the time that Imus would be wrapping up his show. And you always had to make sure that they did not see each other or pass each other. You always had to have them on a route that was clear to get into the building. And I mean, it was a thing, man. It was something else.
Really?
Yeah.
Like what would happen if they did?
I just think it'd be highly uncomfortable because Howard's neurotic to begin with. I mean, somebody just posted on the live chat that he didn't leave his house for almost 2 years during COVID. That's not a joke. That's pretty real. He's just a neurotic dude, man.
Yeah.
So, there was a lot of interesting stuff over that course of time.
All right, back. How long did it take? 3-4 minutes? I feel like a NASCAR pit crew trying to get that changed over. Very professional operation we run here. Like editing audio in the middle of the show.
Yeah.
Is that well? I mean, since we're talking,
you should
about
probably delete whatever you had in there and then put it in again.
Well, I just did that, but it's the same exact number.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
All right. So this is audio from the Howard Stern show yesterday. Just Howard Stern, the king of all media, randomly talking about our Bob Baskerville. And he's talking about the show that you guys did together.
Yeah, I mean, I have no idea.
You haven't heard this before?
No, I have no idea.
Are you nervous?
No, I mean, I like
nothing to hide.
Nothing to hide.
Your life is an open
It's
book.
not like he was part of the Whack Pack.
Yeah.
No.
He was the
Yeah,
XO.
I mean, I wasn't the one taking my clothes off or anything.
Yeah,
so.
he wasn't stuttering and
He does-
asking getting punched out by Raquel
He does
Welch.
talk about clothes and personal appearance here.
Although I would have let Raquel Welch hit me in the face.
All right, here's Howard Stern on Bob yesterday.
We had a television show back in the 90s, and the executive producer said, hey, showing your arms on TV is not a good idea. Your arms are not for television. And, yeah, that was that guy, Bob. Remember him? He just was like, that's not a good idea. And I was like, this whole show's not a good idea. Number one, I'm not getting any money. Number two, every week you're threatening to throw us off the air because we're disgusting. You're probably right. But I would think showing my arms is the least offensive thing about this show.
Yeah, Bob said that.
Yeah, Bob. And he was no looker either. But
I was going to say, what was he ready for?
I don't know, but he kept his arms covered, I'll tell you that. Sometimes he would show up in like khaki. He was a nice guy and everything. He was trying to help me. He was trying to say, look, maybe your show's whacked out, but you don't want to look. And probably had a good point. But anyway,
arms were going to hold you back. I've never heard that before. The arms are a problem.
Our fans didn't really care what my arms looked like.
I was just randomly talking about you yesterday.
Yeah.
Number one, you don't have a Southern accent.
That was weird.
That was very weird.
You've got that.
I guess for like a guy from New York, from Long Island or wherever he's from, like everybody who's not from New York sounds like a hick to that guy.
Yeah.
Number two,
like what would he say about like me and Bear?
Oh, there's no telling.
I don't recall. I gotta be honest. I don't recall saying that to him. But
you weren't lying. If you did,
yeah.
He has bad arms.
They're just spindly.
Yeah. Well, I mean
he's like 6. What? How tall is he? Like 6'6", 6'7"?
6'6".
But it's probably one of those things. Like you probably said it to him because you do TV for a living, and so like you're in tune to all these things. And he's a radio guy, and he's not very aware of how he look. Like doing this stuff now that we're on YouTube. Like I'm much more intimately, like I think about it every day when I come in here, like what I'm going to be wearing. Cause there are certain, like we've got this orange background. And so like, if you wear red, it looks weird. Like it's not a good look. There's just certain, like you can't wear like green, like they're just colors that you shouldn't wear here. And I never used to think about that, but it's one of those things like you probably said that to him just offhand as one of a billion other things that you were thinking of that day.
Yeah.
But it's like, when somebody says something to you about your appearance, it's like, oh yeah, you get that thing on the side of your ear. And you're like, what?
It just sticks with
you. It's forever. You're like, that's all you can think about. So like you probably, and he's got an ego. So you probably said that to him and like it, and he's still thinking about it 30 years later.
It's kind of fun to say something like that and then just never say another word about it. Just let that fester on somebody.
God, that's wild.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's actually.
But that totally sounded exactly like listening to that. I was like, I could hear Bob saying everything.
I mean,
Howard, your arms. You're going to want to do something about that.
It's honestly tame. I mean, he is relentless on anybody who's part of that show, to be honest with you. I mean, it's like the guy who ended up replacing me when I left, because I left to come here to start up HGTV. Such a weird dichotomy there, but
it was after the Northridge earthquake.
Yeah,
you said?
Yeah, it was later. It was later on. It was about 8 months later. But the guy that took over, I mean, he was a good sport. Scott DePace was his name, and we still keep in touch. But Scott took a just relentless amount of crap. That was part of the reason I knew I didn't want to stay, because I knew that was inevitable. It's just
Howard was going to start going in on you.
You become part of the show, and it's like
it's like around here.
Yeah, a little bit. So I don't know. It's wild. That's I appreciate Delay and others for keeping an eye out. And I would have never. I don't listen to the show anymore. So
I mean, that's that. Who knows how many other times he's talked about you through the years?
Yeah.
Like that. I'm glad that we had the alert listener to.
So have you my two favorite, Beetlejuice?
Mm-hmm.
You met him?
Mm-hmm.
Is he as odd in real life?
Yeah.
Is he still alive?
I don't know if he's still alive. I think he's dead.
Stuttering John Melendez.
No, I didn't meet him. I did meet him. But he was.
What was Russ? God, old school. Kenneth
Keith Kallenbach.
Never met Kenneth Keith. Do remember him.
He would just send those guys out to ask the most horrible things.
Was Kenneth Keith the one that was Wake Up White People that did all that?
He did a show called or a song called "Come Over Here, I Got Beers."
Yeah, there's a lot. Captain Jenks, all those guys, man.
Baba Booey.
Let me hear it again, Bear. Is Howard Stern talking about Bobo?
Oh, again?
Yeah, again.
We had a television show back in the 90s, and the executive producer said, hey, showing your arms on TV is not a good idea. Your arms are not for television. And yeah, that was that guy, Bob. Remember him? He just was like, that's not a good idea. And I was like, this whole show's not a good idea. Number one, I'm not getting any money. Number two, every week you're threatening to throw us off the air because we're disgusting. You're probably right. But I would think showing my arms is the least offensive thing about this show.
Yeah, Bob said that.
Yeah, Bob. And he was no looker either. But
I was going to say, what
unnecessary.
Was he ready for?
I don't know, but he kept his arms covered. I'll tell you that. Sometimes he would show up in like khaki. He was a nice guy and everything. He was trying to help me. He was trying to say, look, maybe your show's whacked out, but you don't want to look. And probably had a good point. But anyway,
it definitely sounds like Bob.
Hey,
yeah.
For the record, Bob, I think you have fantastic arms.
So I was going to say, Bob's
very
athletic.
Very normal arms.
I could totally hear Bob saying, I mean, your show's whacked out. What was the line? You don't have to.
Yeah.
You don't want to look.
And in fairness to Bob, he's never given any of us like critical fashion advice.
No, I haven't.
I guess the audience numbers on this show probably a little different from what you were dealing with on the Howard Stern show.
Yeah, maybe a little. Michael Moats asked if Bob has this resume, how did he end up on this station?
It's a good point.
The world may never know.
Just, enjoy doing the fun stuff now.
Coastal Vol says Bob is beat red right now. I don't think he's beat red. He looks like his normal.
He's got a healthy tan.
A healthy glow, as always.
The rest of us look pasty.
That's pretty cool, man. You made an impact.
Yeah, I
years
guess.
later. Hey, they're not talking about John and Jimmy on or whatever. It's on the other station now on Howard Stern this week. You're a big deal. Still are a revolutionary
legend.
Wow, you guys are kind. That's wild, though.
I
appreciate, like I said, the folks that took the time to record it, catch it, let us know, because I don't listen to the show at this point, so it's wild hearing him talk about that and me, and it's kind of wild, kind of neat. No,
the legendary Bob Baskerville, media icon. Jay Cart, we have a super chat.
Yes.
Jay Cart says, would you guys trade off getting Harrelson and Juke if it meant we didn't get a true point guard? I think I'm taking that trade-off.
I've been given that time to marinate while we were doing all this. I think I would take it. With the provision that we've already got Day-Day Ams. I would say if you added Terrence Hill in there, then I'm in. Because we also don't forget we have Troy Henderson, who, not saying he would be the starting point guard, but he's He's a point guard. We got a guy who could kind of fill in the gaps.
I mean, to me, it depends on how good Harrelson is. I think I know how good Juke Harris is. I think he plugs in, and I think he's a connect, Lanier, Ament type impact. I don't know about the Harrelson guy. Like 16 points a game that's attention grabbing as a true freshman. Does that translate to the SEC and playing for Rick Barnes? I think so, but I'm not 100% sure. So, like, if you're telling me we get, Tyler Tanner and either one of those kids, I would take that.
I just think, and I look, everybody, it's funny because everybody talks in vagaries about Tyler Tanner. I mean, let's just say that's who is on everybody's mind. We know that. I just can't help but wonder. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully soon enough. But man, I think that one's a long putt. If we get him, that'd be fantastic.
How long are we talking? Like Tiger at the Masters on 16 that year? What do we say? How long a putt we talking about?
That wasn't a putt.
That was a chip in.
Little pitch.
No, it was another year when he won.
I was just using that as a figure of speech. I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying I think it's a long shot. That doesn't mean it can't happen. But, I mean, the guy hasn't even entered the portal, and he may not. It's but that's why I keep thinking I'm trying to set myself up to not be disappointed that doesn't happen. It's like, okay, this would be a hell of a consolation prize if we could get Juke Harris and Harrelson.
I wonder what Byington thinks about Iowa getting those 3 games or 4 games forfeited from 3 years ago, and he's sitting on probably the hottest. If he goes into the portal, the hottest portal player. He's had this kid on his team.
Tampering, schmampering.
I mean, we've already heard coaches complain about it.
Would you make the trade? Jay Cart's deal here this afternoon, Harrelson and Juke, but you don't get a quote-unquote true point guard. 865-966-3435. If you would make that trade, let us know. 966-3435. Plus, are Bob Baskerville's arms fit for TV?
Yeah,
we continue the drive, Fan Run Radio, back to wrap up hour number 2 of the show right after this.
The Drive.
Tony Basilio, the official voice of the common fan, is now on Fan Run Radio. Fan Run Radio. Tony Basilio, weekdays from 11 to 1. Be there.
It's baseball time in Knoxville. Your Knoxville Smokies are back in action and back home next week. Join us for a week packed full of fun with All-You-Can-Eat Wednesday, our Knox Vegas Thirsty Thursday with half-off draft beers. Come dance with the Smokies and fireworks on Saturday, and we're halfway to Halloween on Sunday. Woo! What a week. Reserve your seats now at SmokiesBaseball.com.
Knoxville Smokies.
At Knoxville Insurance Group, they understand the challenges many consumers face when searching for insurance coverage. That's why whether it's for you, your family, or your business, they create a coverage plan specifically for your unique needs. Knoxville Insurance Group is an independent firm, which means they aren't beholden to just one insurance company. They search multiple companies, acting as your negotiator to find you the best possible policy and price. Start a quote in minutes at KnoxvilleInsuranceGroup.com or call them today at 865-694-9788.
White Claw is taking hard seltzer to new heights with White Claw Surge. At 8% alcohol, White Claw Surge is a stronger wave of refreshment that doesn't compromise on taste. Available in 4 bold waves of flavor like ripe blackberry, citrusy blood orange, zesty natural lime, and tart cranberry. Check out your favorite retailer in-store and online for the White Claw Surge Variety 12-pack and 16-ounce single-serve cans. White Claw Surge. Please drink responsibly.
Where are the best ribs in the Volunteer State? Rickard Ridge. Who has the best barbecue catering packages in East Tennessee? Rickard Ridge. And where's the most beautiful setting to enjoy a meal with family and friends? Rickard Ridge. Rickard Ridge Barbecue. Just a quick ride up I-75, take exit 134, hang a right, and Rickard Ridge is on your left, just inside Cove Lake State Park.
number 8 overall, as low as number 15 overall. NBADraft.net has Ament at number 8 to the Dallas Mavericks. Shout out Rick Butler. The Ringer has him going number 9 to the Bulls. The Bulls. And both CBS and Sports Illustrated have him going number 12 to Oklahoma City. The lowest mock draft this week has Ament going 15 to the Bulls.
Where do you think you follow the NBA a lot closer than the rest of us? Where do you think would be the best landing spot for him?
Well, it depends on, I'll tell you what, Oklahoma City is going to end up somewhere near the end of the lottery because they've got, I'm telling you, what they have done with draft capital is unbelievable. They have, they won the title last year. They're probably going to be in the mix again this year. They've got 2 first-round picks in this draft, and one of them they own from another team. I forget the team.
Clippers.
Okay. They could end up somewhere in the 12-13 range.
They could snatch somebody like him up.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the problem there is they've got so much talent happening now that it's like, I don't know how they can keep them all. They probably, we were talking about that before the show, Walker and I. It's like they're probably going to have to part with certain players at some point because they
draft a kid like Ament,
Yeah.
looking to the fact that they're not going to be able to afford to pay all.
That'd be a great place for him to land. That said, we were saying all of this 2 years ago when Dalton Connect slid in the first round and got taken by the Lakers with the 17th pick, and that has not exactly worked out. The whole notion of playing with a good team, it's like, God, how great is that? You get to play with LeBron.
They destroyed him mentally.
Yeah.
So we're just going to not give any lip service to the Nate could come back talk.
I'm not saying, well, I mean, I stand by what I've heard from, what the coaches have told him, I mean, of course it's an inexact science because we don't know exactly where he would go. But if they get enough feedback from NBA executives of like, if there's a team that's in that lottery landscape, that's like, man, if he's available at pick 10, we would take him. Then that's all he's going to need to hear.
If 15 is the lowest projection, he's almost certainly gone, right?
Well, 14 ends the lottery. So 15, you're out of the lottery, and I don't know what that means.
Does the money change at all?
I don't know.
I mean, it's
Walker,
still a
do you know
guaranteed.
anything about that?
It definitely goes down after the lottery.
It's just the prestige of being a lottery pick.
Lottery pick.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's pretty steady. I'd have to go double check what the big money.
But could he
difference
pull a
is.
foul on, come back 1 year, and then like drastically improve his stuff?
Well, yeah, a player who did, there's stories on both sides. I've talked about it before.
Toppin.
JT Toppin's one that has not worked out. Yaxel Lendeborg was a first round pick, like a late first round projection last year. He's probably right on the fringe of the lottery this year, but he also won a national title, had a bunch of money. It worked out fine for him. Philon's another example. Kevin Durant's an example. He played 2 years. He stayed an extra year for Rick Barnes. So it has happened.
I always thought he was one and done.
Durant was one and done.
I thought he played 2.
No, he was one and done.
I'm almost certain he's one and
you looked
done.
it up?
Yeah, I'll look it up.
Well, that's the question is, Jay
Still
Cart,
not a point guard though.
Jay Cart put the deal in there. Would you take Harrelson and Juke if it meant you don't get the true point guard? What about Nate? Like if you would, who would you rather have, Nate or Juke?
Nate.
Depends on the price point.
Well, that and because here's the thing. I think there's no doubt that Nate is the better pro prospect. But for college basketball, for next season in a vacuum, 1 year, you're talking about a guy that averaged 21 points a game in the ACC versus how much Nate was like, 16 or 17?
Yeah, but he was hurt
That
for
doesn't
half the year.
No, I'm with you. I would probably lean towards Nate, but I don't think it's a slam dunk. I think it's kind of 6-1, half dozen the other.
I mean, if you guarantee it, when 100% healthy, Nate Ament can, to me, it looked like it didn't matter what you did defensively against him, he'd get his.
Well, and I think the pitch to Nate would be, in addition to a big bag that we're going to pay you, is we're going to move you to the 4 next year, play you as a stretch 4, and that's going to unclog the lane for you. So you're going to continue to develop your skills, but it's going to be easier for you to finish around the rim. You're going to develop as a shooter from the outside and go from a 15 to 17 point a night guy to, over 20 points per game, SEC player of the year, top 5 draft pick type guy next year.
Yeah, exactly. It's something that you were saying all year is like, we love Nate, but it sucks that we're not going to get to see the best version of him, because this is probably the worst version of him that he's going to have for the next 4 or 5 years, regardless if he goes to the NBA or if he stays in college. Like he would get so much better with a full year in the program of just putting on muscle and getting more physical.
Durant was one and done, by the way. That was my bad.
Don't let it happen again.
Yeah. Somebody threw out the proposition too, to take it a step further, what Jake Hart had talked about. If you had to choose, and again, we'll just throw the name out there because it's highly provisional. The guy has not entered the portal, but if you could only keep 2 of 3, and the 3 we're talking about are Nate Ament returning, Juke Harris, and Tyler Tanner.
Whoa. Juke Harris.
I just think the economics may not work with, I can't imagine. Nate made in the 3 million range, 3.2, I think is what I've heard. I know some people were saying 4 and 5, and maybe he had incentives that took it up a little more. You got to believe if he's going to stay, man, that's going to have to be like what, in the 5 range?
Yeah. Let's just get all these guys. Let's have Nate at the 4, Juke at the 3, Miles Rubin as your center, Tyler Lundblade at the shooting guard, and Tyler Tanner, the Tyler and Tyler backcourt.
That's your starting 5.
Is that a national championship or bust roster?
I would put Day Ames at the 2 and have Lundblade as your first guy
Really?
off the bench. Yeah.
It's going to end up being?
Yeah, I do. I think about Florida with Urban Klavchar. I mean, how effective he was coming off the bench. He's still getting 25 plus minutes a game, and he was an absolute blowtorch, man. That would be a national title contender.
Did Day start for Cal?
Yes.
Who's the VCU guy? Did not start. He was 6th man of the year in the A10.
Yeah, but he played. For like Shump said, first team All A10. He played like starter minutes. He just
kind of Juwan Smith.
Yeah, that's right.
Type thing.
That's right.
Is that I did listen to a bit of the show yesterday. Is that who you were comparing to Juwan?
No, I was comparing. That was Day.
Day.
I was
thought I
comparing
heard
him to Juwan.
That perked my ears up. That's pretty high praise.
Yeah,
I knew you'd like that.
Juwan Smith, one of my all-time favorite Vols.
Gets Bear going.
A smack-talking son of a gun he was.
I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I mean, again, if we've heard it from Polinsky, I've heard it on the, in the back channels from Barnes. They've all kind of told Nate, man, you gotta go if this is
but fantasy over. He ain't coming back.
Everybody that
what am
really
I thinking?
that knows anything about it.
No, I'm not saying that it couldn't happen. I think we're all very hopeful for that. I'd love to see him come back.
Did I see a note where Dowd is coming in on a visit this week?
Well, when we were talking to Shump about it, there was nothing, unless something's come up in the last hour. I haven't seen anything.
How about, I'm just trying to put together a dream starting 5 in my head. Dowd and at the 4, Juke at the 3, Rubin at the 5.
Mm-hmm.
Day / Lundblade at the 2. And then we just got to go get our point guard.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be the guy from VCU.
Could be.
God. I mean, I think I would go ahead and take that. I know it's not a quote unquote true point guard, but if those are your other 4, I mean, that's enough to work around it.
I mean, Jake Hart was saying Nate comes back and has a good year. He could legit go number 1 overall next year. Next year's draft class, they say, is one of the worst on record. That is all true. That's the other thing is if he's going to be in that realm, he's going to make a ton of money.
I'm back in. Nate's coming back.
He's also going to be playing on a really bad NBA team. That's it really depends on what you want to see. Like if Nate, like I said earlier, if Nate got drafted by Oklahoma City, It's a great team, but he's probably going to be parked for a little while. Okay. If he,
but he's also just 19. It might,
I know.
Might not be a bad thing.
I know. And so if he's in the top 4 or 5, then he's going to be going, to someone that's typically, do you want to play for the Brooklyn Nets and, win 21 games your first year there? I mean, I don't know. It just depends. It's, that said, if he was in this year's draft and he's a top 5 guy, there's like a team like the Pacers or the Hawks that could get him. And that's a pretty good team already. So you just never know.
Another super chat from JCart29. Nate definitely has something to think about. Next year's draft classes. Did you just read this?
I read that and then he followed it up with a super chat. So yeah,
he's one of the worst. Next year's draft class, one of the worst on record by the experts.
Yeah,
this is one of the deepest, isn't it?
If you think you could go number 1 overall, I mean that's something to consider, I guess.
I think he definitely could go top 3 or 4 next year. I would think.
Just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in.
Yeah, we can hope, right?
Sure. What's life without hope?
Reed's got a lot of hope for it.
He's still on that drumbeat?
Yeah. He ain't leaving that island.
He's right. Nate ought to come back. Be the number 1 overall pick. Be a legend. A Big Orange icon. Stay with us. Hour number 3 of The Drive coming up next right here on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive. Fan Run Radio, where Big Orange Country comes to talk sports. Start your morning off with your daily dose of talk sports with John Reed and Cody McClure from 8 to 11. Then it's Tony Basilio from 11 to 1. The Playbook with William Pattison from 1 to 3. And The Drive from 3 to 6. It's 10 hours of hard-hitting local sports radio every day, right here on the flagship station for Tennessee fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Hey Knoxville! Surfside iced tea and vodka, made with real brewed tea, is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, with no bubbles and no troubles. That's right, 0 carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. Headed to a game day or party at a friend's house? Bring an iced tea or lemonade variety pack from Surfside, or try their green tea and new raspberry tea vodka. Find the can with the sunset stripes this season. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older. Enjoy responsibly.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Are you ready to show off that confident, radiant smile you've always dreamed of? Well, here at Knoxville Smiles, we're ready to turn your dream into a reality. At Knoxville Smiles, we're more than just a dental practice. We're your partners in achieving optimum oral health. From routine cleanings and checkups to advanced cosmetics and restorative procedures, we offer a wide range of services in an environment that makes every visit a positive and comfortable experience. At Knoxville Smiles, it's about more than just treatments. We're focused on creating a welcoming environment where you feel like family. Our state-of-the-art facilities are designed with your comfort in mind, and our friendly staff is always ready to address your questions and concerns. Don't wait any longer to achieve a beautiful smile you deserve. Schedule your appointment at Knoxville Smiles today and take that first step towards a healthier, happier you. Call us at 865-539-1776 to book your appointment today, or just visit our website at knoxvillesmiles.com.
It's time for The Drive's Top 5 at 5.
Quitting time on your Tuesday, 5 o'clock here on Fan Run Radio. I'm Russell Smith. Thanks for tuning in to The Drive. We've got Walker Smith to start us off with the Top 5 at 5, brought to you by Knoxville Smiles. Walker, what you got?
At number 1, Tennessee has made the last four top in-state prospect David Gabriel Georges. The 5-star running back is the number 13 player of the 2026 class on Rivals and the number 1 player in Tennessee. Other schools that are in on him are Ohio State, Ole Miss, Georgia, with the Buckeyes and Vols as the 2 schools that stand out.
So he would be a freshman in 2027. Deshaun Bishop would be a senior in 2027. I don't think any of us think Deshaun Bishop is going pro early, right? No. Would he stick around? Is that a 1-2 punch where you like Deshaun gets the first series? Thinking way ahead, right? Of how that works out, and then you bring in the freshman, or do you just is David Gabriel George good enough to where he walks in and he is the man, the feature back, the moment he steps on campus?
I think that kind of talent, you're not going to be able to keep him off the field. Like, especially in this day and age where you have to play him to not lose him type of feel, because if we don't play him and he gets upset, if we beat him over Ohio State's going to be right back there the next year like, hey, why don't you come over here? We'll give you some carries.
Yeah, but then Deshaun Bishop's eligibility expires, and he knows that we're building the thing around him in year 2. Then it just becomes an ego thing. Are you mad because you had to split time in year 1? Do we care about Deshaun Bishop in this scenario? I mean, is he, as a fifth-year senior, going to be as good as DGG as a true freshman?
I mean, we'll find out this year, obviously, if he improves at all in last year, which last year was really good. He rushed for 1,000 yards. It wasn't, like Dylan Sampson or Jalen Wright type numbers or performance that we've been used to, but he's a good running back.
It's super exciting to think about. I mean, when was the last time we had a true freshman that made a huge impact in football, that you knew he was going to make an impact and it was just a plug-and-play guy?
Jamal Lewis?
Oh, we had since then. I mean, David Sanders played a lot this past year.
Yeah, he's not a lot.
That's an offensive lineman. It's not as sexy.
Oh, I thought you were just talking running back.
No, all players.
Have we had any receivers that came in and just balled out as true freshmen?
Not really.
Not really. It's very rare.
Especially under Heupel. Yeah.
I feel like running back is an easier position to do it. Obviously, going back to Lewis, I mean, that's been 30 years. But Jalen Hurd, I feel like, is in 2014 stepped in and played right away.
What about old David Ricky Garrick?
I don't recall him having a tremendous impact in
his freshman year.
2011, 2010, whenever his first year was.
I'm sure an alert listener probably knows at least one wide receiver.
The expectations for DGG would be right up there.
Starting.
Yeah, I think he would be the type of guy to be like, oh, maybe he could be, the guy that gives us a Heisman at some point if that's the kind of running back he's supposed to be. Because he's a beast. And, he's one of the best running back prospects in a while, it feels like.
Are we worried about sucking this year and that being a factor? Like, if we go 6-6, can we – because the word is he's probably going to commit before the start of the season because that's what these kids do. They commit over summer now.
Well, yeah, because they get here in January.
If we go 6-6,
you worry about somebody flipping him?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm worried about somebody, if he committed to us, we're going to have to guard him at all costs up until the moment he walks on campus.
Yeah.
And nowadays, even after he gets to campus, you gotta. I couldn't imagine. I wouldn't. They earn their money. You imagine the stress that goes along with trying to protect your own roster.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you've got this guy less than an hour an hour and a half away from your campus. You have to reel him in.
Yeah, getting him is first step.
Highest rated East Tennessee guy since Brandon Warren. Who was the DB down there that went to Ohio State?
Ramsey, wasn't it?
Jalen Ramsey was from
what was that kid's name? He played in the NFL.
Von
Bell. And he still would have come here. Which idiot?
T. Higgins was obviously a big one.
Oh, yeah, he was good.
Which idiot was it that blew the
what an idiot.
The Von Bell. Is that Dooley?
Yeah.
Botch T. Higgins.
Butch Jones is ass.
I got to watch. I was calling T. Higgins' last high school game.
Really?
Yeah.
What was it?
Oak Ridge versus Webb. They came to Webb and lost in the playoffs. He had a pick
Oak
six.
Ridge played Webb in the playoffs?
Yeah.
What?
Yep. I think I was a freshman. But I remember he had a pick six in the game, and at the end, they were trying to drive down the field to win, and the clock ran out on him, and he threw his helmet so high it went almost over the press box.
What an arm.
Mm-hmm.
He could have gone. He would have been good in either basketball. He was an incredible basketball
Great basketball player. At number 2, Tennessee baseball looks to navigate the midweek minefield again as they take on UNC Asheville tonight at Lindsey Nelson Stadium. First pitch is at 6 o'clock and is streaming on SEC Network Plus. Two-way player Blaine Brown will start on the mound for the first time in about a month.
Say what you want about this team, but one thing we haven't done, now, of course, I don't want to jinx it, but we've
run rule somebody.
Well, we haven't tripped up against.
Yeah. The midweek minefield is very real.
Feels like everyone else has.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, what's our closest call been?
Well, honestly,
last week's was a game in the 7th inning,
8th,
and we blew it open late.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your head was getting ready to explode on
Northern Kentucky, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
The
Norseman.
I feel like we had a one-run something earlier in the season. I'd have to go look. Maybe.
Let me look real quick. I'm right here now. I'm on the schedule.
Tennessee Tech's the one that usually is a bugaboo.
Thorn in our side.
And the UNC Asheville teams, they're a pretty solid baseball program, aren't they?
Sure.
Why not?
We only
They
beat
made the tournament.
USC Upstate 4-2.
That's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, 4-2. Yep.
Yeah, the rest of them.
Don't just roll it out there against USC Upstate and expect to waltz away with a victory.
No.
Doesn't happen.
Of course not. At number 3, Tennessee Athletics will be hosting a public inventory sale of all Nike apparel and athletic gear at Neal and Thompson Sports Center in about a week as the Vols get set to switch from Nike to Adidas this summer. Sale will take place on the Robert E. White indoor field inside the indoor training facility and will include jerseys, cleats, shoes, helmets, along with a mixed colors of white, orange, black, and smoky gray gear.
You go down there and get you some Nike gear, Bear?
I'm not getting down there in that mess.
Oh, God, it'll be crazy town.
Yeah. I was not a big fan of the way the Nike stuff fit. Nike stuff runs tight and small.
Just get a bigger size.
Yeah. Look at Mike White. He knows firsthand.
Yeah.
Does Adidas run any bigger?
Don't know.
That's about the same. I mean, if you're getting dry fit stuff, it's going to be tighter. You're going to want to size up.
I don't
more.
like dry fit.
Bears position on dry fit.
Exactly.
Prominently on the list of
Greatest
awesome
invention on earth.
Oh,
I love dry fit.
Dry
clothes.
fit shirts along with Red Panda will never come off. And I have been perusing that list. There's a couple of things that need to come off, and one or two things that I want to resubmit because I still insist that they are not awesome.
They all need to come off. I mean,
dry fits.
There's no reason for the list to exist.
The cornerstones of that list are key lime pie, Red Panda, dry fit shirts.
Have you ever owned a dry fit shirt?
Yeah, I've got several that I never wear that I've been given since I've worked here.
So you're like those big chunky cotton.
Yeah, wants to just have wads of damp cloth under his arms all day.
I wear just cotton. I mean, you 100% cotton. I wear nice shirts, polo.
Do you sweat? Like I wear cotton anything.
Trench.
You get home and you got those
more
pit stains underneath it.
No, I really don't.
I could not wear cotton going to class out west. I would look like I had just worked out.
You
just
went to
walking
school in the
class.
middle of a desert, dude.
Exactly. That's where I just can't wear 100% cotton stuff out there. Just can't
It's a
do
dry
it.
heat.
Truly. Still sweat.
Kicked in the Vols said, I'm going to make a dry fit shirt with the list printed on it.
That'd be so
and
great.
send it to you all.
Oh, I'd pay for that.
Somebody made a graphic of the list a month or so ago on
I remember
online.
that.
It was fantastic.
That was awesome.
Oh, God.
At number 4, former Michigan coach Sharon Moore was sentenced to just 18 months probation and fined just over $1,000 today for 2 misdemeanors stemming from an incident at the apartment of a staff member with whom he had engaged in an inappropriate relationship. Last month, Moore pleaded no contest to trespassing and malicious use of a telecommunications device involving a domestic relationship in exchange for dropping more serious charges, including a felony.
What was that charge again? Malicious misuse of
use of a telecommunications device.
I feel like there's several callers that get charged with that call our show every day. Looking at you, Joshy boy.
Now,
I thought you weren't going to call him out.
Yeah, that lasted all of 2 hours.
Yeah, you come with the king, you best not miss, Josh.
The king of what? What? Holding a grudge?
Yes. Go ahead, Walker.
All right. And at number 5, one of the coolest clubs in music will have some new members. Late R&B singer Luther Vandross, hip-hop group Wu-Tang Clan, and Bears' beloved Oasis will all be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this year. In all, 18 artists made the cut across 4 categories. The 2026 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony will be on November 14th in Los Angeles.
Let's go down the list real quick. Let's see if anybody jumps out at you. Doesn't belong, Russ?
Do you have the list?
I have it for you. For the performer,
these are the inductees.
Just give us like the bands.
The nominations.
In the performer category, you have Phil Collins.
Yeah.
Isn't he on the list?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or is it just Genesis?
It's it's Phil Collins.
Phil Collins?
It's an Oasis-related beef.
Isn't Phil Collins like in hospice now or something?
He's having a very difficult time.
Yeah.
Can't perform anymore.
No. I'm sorry, Walker. You were
In
saying.
the Air Tonight, man. It's a classic.
It's an Oasis-related beef with Phil Collins.
That's not true, but you go ahead.
Mm-hmm. At Billy Idol's on the list.
Deserves to be in there.
Iron Maiden.
It's a joke that they weren't in there.
Joy Division / New Order.
To me, kind
of like New Order.
I did too. I loved him, but their career wasn't very long. I mean, the dude offed himself.
Do any of these bands? I mean, like Billy Idol.
He's rock and roll.
Okay, how many hit songs did he have? I feel like there's got to be some criteria. 4 or 5. It's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Okay.
Like,
make the case against Billy Idol.
He's only got 4 or 5 hits.
You take your hands off Mr. Idol.
I mean, like Billy Idol is cool. White Wedding is Anthem,
Rebel Yell,
Yeah.
Eyes Without a
Hot in the
Face.
City.
okay, like it. I don't know those
Blue
songs.
Highway.
I don't know.
Moni
Hall
Moni.
of Fame. Moni's good.
I mean, the man's an institution.
He's aged pretty well too.
I feel like it's a pretty steep drop off from Phil Collins to Billy Idol.
We got
Billy
some
Idol
more on
deserves more
here.
than Phil.
Yeah, go for it.
Oasis is on here, obviously.
Fraud. Go ahead.
You're an idiot, Bob.
Whoa!
Way.
They didn't want. They asked people not to vote for him again. And the other thing is they have had a long.
Oh, they're so rock and roll. We don't want to be in the Hall of Fame.
All right.
We don't care about individual honors. We don't care.
You can't argue with the fact that they're in the Hall of Fame.
We're Oasis, and we don't care. We don't play your corporate games. We're just too rock and roll.
That's not what they sound like. Who's the next one?
I just wanted, for the record, that I did say Phil Collins had an Oasis-related beef. Bear
That
told me
doesn't
no,
mean-
and he just said they did.
They did,
besides the
yeah.
point. Okay, so I was right.
No, that
so
has
I
nothing
was
to do with
correct.
why I don't like it.
I was correct.
He whiny ass voice is terrible. Go ahead.
In the Air Tonight, Against All Odds, Easy Lover. I don't care. I don't care anymore.
Who did he do that Easy Lover duet with? Anyone?
I don't know.
Philip Bailey from Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Oh.
Take Me Home.
That's a great song.
It's good.
Take me home.
You have
the next one. I don't.
Because I don't remember.
Next one, I believe it's Sade.
Sade,
whatever it's pronounced.
I did the same thing on the.
How rich is that bear?
But, exactly, but okay, you can't. Nobody knows how to pronounce it because I said the same thing.
Sade.
And it's
how does that look like Sade?
Sade.
It looks like Sade.
Sade.
It's spelled
because
Sade.
she was like a worldwide superstar when I was in high school.
I did. Admittedly, I have a friend who called her Sadie.
Sadie?
Yeah. Which
how many
seriously.
Sade songs can you name, Bear? Can you name any Sade songs?
I can name like 3. Sweetest Taboo.
Smooth Operator.
I'm not seeing any of these on.
No Ordinary Love.
That's the first one on iTunes.
That's from Indecent Proposal.
She had a 4th. I'm not saying she's worthy of getting in there, but she's
Nobody knows
world-class
who this
vocalist.
is.
She's an Ethiopian singer.
Well, let her go in the Ethiopia Rock and Roll Hall
They
of Fame.
don't even have food in Ethiopia, Russ. They don't have a damn Hall of Fame.
That's pretty good. That was pretty good.
Jesus
Well,
Christ.
I mean-
It's like playing cards with my sister's kids with you sometimes.
We're like grading her on a curve or something because she comes from
I
Ethiopia.
said
She needs to go in the Hall of
probably.
Fame.
I don't think she probably deserves to be in it, but that's a filler one. Who were the other?
All right, who else
we got?
Luther Vandross.
Posthumous.
Yes.
Yeah, One Shining Moment.
I mean, when
His
I
cover of that.
when I think rock and roll, I think Luther Vandross.
No, he was a brilliant vocalist. Really, really good.
More roll than
He
rock.
should be in the R&B Hall of Fame.
I don't think they have one.
They
Well,
don't.
there ought to be.
I think it's more the roll
The
part
spirit.
of rock and roll.
I get it. All right, is that it?
The last performer is Wu-Tang Clan.
Absolutely.
Again, yes. I think rock and roll, Wu-Tang Clan.
It's the first thing that comes to mind.
One of the most dangerous when they were.
One of the most dangerous. Is that where you were going?
Yeah,
That was the first.
Yeah, they were a dangerous band. Like Guns N' Roses, the Stones, are just certain bands that have that kind of dangerous vibe.
How
to
many
them.
Wu-Tang songs can you name?
Probably just one. Triumph.
But
it is the greatest hip hop song ever.
Commissioner Bockwinkel has a great dad joke on here on the live chat. He said Billy Idol has a hell of a landscaping company. Mo, mo, mo.
The Wu-Tang Clan. I mean, I don't know. There's probably 4 of those are legit. Maybe 5.
Listen, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Can we agree that it's jumped the shark? I get it. Rock and roll is a spirit. It's not a genre. Mary J. Blige goes, but I mean, come on, dude. Like if I go to the rock, I was raised on rock and roll, right? My dad put me through the classics. You know, ZZ Top, the Beatles, Hendrix, the Stones, freaking bands. You know, like, and if I go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, that's what I want to see. I don't even know what I want. Where are you going to go? Like, oh, there's Hendrix's guitar that he burned. I guess that's
I don't even
cool.
think that's there. I don't know which one of them they've got.
But it's I don't Sade. Like they've got the Country Music Hall of Fame, right?
Right.
It's down right there behind.
Well, they put Dolly
Gaylord.
Parton
It's a great
in the Rock and
museum.
Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I've been in.
museum.
It's fantastic. Like the different genres, there should be a hip hop Hall of Fame, and that's where Wu-Tang belongs.
I feel like there is one.
I don't know.
We've
I don't have
lost
a
the
problem.
meaning of rock and roll.
Yeah. I mean,
You're gatekeeping it.
Hey, can we hit the?
Somebody should.
There's a hip hop Hall
There
of Fame.
need to
in
be
New York.
gates. What is life without gates?
Can we hit the breaking news?
Oh God!
You better not be getting
what could
got
this
right now.
possibly
To the
be?
breaking news desk we go.
So we went to the desk for you. You didn't get got.
Some commitment news.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Is this a Lady Vol?
Georgia transfer Riley Thierkoff has committed
Yeah.
to Tennessee.
What position does he play?
That's pretty funny. 5'9" junior, averaged
Lady Vols
11.9 points per game this season, shot 40% from three-point range.
We're breaking down the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and you come to us with the Lady Vols recruit.
We're a sports show at the end of the
for
day.
that dead,
Thank you, Bob.
a dead man walking coach of ours over there.
Maybe dead woman walking.
Certainly would.
Maybe, but you knew what
Just-
the phrase meant.
Les Austin Jr. says, please don't speak on Sade negatively.
I'm not speaking on her negatively. I just feel like her
She
name
needs
should be
to be
spelled differently.
in the R&B Hall of Fame with Luther
Because you
Vandross
two
and
knuckleheads from Tennessee can't pronounce her name correctly.
I mean, I can. It's just not spelled that
Yeah.
way.
If she wants to be called Sade, her name should be spelled Shardeeday. Sade. Until then, she's Sade.
Sade.
She has had a pretty prolific career.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm looking down through it. I don't know most of them.
That sounds
Must be
prolific.
incredibly prolific.
I mean, you go through like the top songs on Apple, it's like 60 songs.
Yeah, everybody has that, Bear. You put all your music on there. Quick timeout. The Drive, Fan Run Radio, 865-966-3435 as we go open lines the rest of the way. Back with more right after this.
The Drive. Catch up with all things Fan Run by subscribing to our podcast feed. Like, rate, and download the show from the Fan Run app or wherever you get your podcasts.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game. Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Your smile is one of the first things people notice, so why not make it unforgettable? At Knoxville Smiles, we believe everyone deserves a smile they're proud to show off, whether it's time for a routine checkup, a professional cleaning, or something more advanced like teeth whitening or veneers. Our expert team is here for you. We use the latest technology to provide the highest quality care in a comfortable, friendly environment. At Knoxville Smiles, we don't just treat teeth, we treat people. Our goal is to make every visit as stress-free and pleasant as possible. So if you've been putting off your next dental visit, now's the perfect time to take the next step towards a healthier, brighter smile. Give us a call at 865-539-1776 to schedule your appointment. That's 865-539-1776. Or visit us online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch.
One in 80 years will remember Oasis, but Phil Collins will be remembered forever.
That person needs
stand
to put
the test of
down
time.
the crack pipe. They'll still be buying those guys' records in the shops 100, 200
People
years
still
from
buy
now.
records.
And then someone from the 901 says Oasis going into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a question. Boy, they'll let anyone in now. Why don't they just include Candlebox?
Candlebox got a bad rap. I'll go ahead and tell you. They wasn't a huge fan of their music.
I mean, while I'm getting all these other halls of fame out there, the R&B Hall of Fame, the Hip Hop Hall of Fame, let's just go ahead and Bear can be the personal curator of the cheesy 90s rocker Hall of Fame. Oasis and Candlebox, charter members.
Mm-hmm. You're an idiot.
Oh,
just a complete knuckle.
That's not
you
nice.
Just have,
that's not nice.
It's not nice, Bear. It's not nice.
How-
You're hurting my feelings.
What are you, 7 years old?
What are you? 8?
No, you are.
I'm your clue.
I mean, in the air tonight, we were listening to Susudio.
Yeah.
You ever heard that one, Walker?
What? Sorry.
I mean, they are dialed in over there on Accountability Island.
I am dialed
right
in.
now.
I'm making stuff over here. Whoa, what were you talking about?
Just a little guy I like to call Phil Collins.
Oh, yeah. Phil Collins, great.
Hey, I'm going to pull Bob here and
Just
steer
a
us back to
legend.
sports, but I meant to ask you guys, do you guys not feel like Sharon Moore got off awfully easy with just probation?
I don't think we know enough, man, to be honest with you. I mean,
I haven't followed it closely.
And my point is, we don't know. I don't know. Maybe he's. I'm just wondering. I just think there's two sides to that story. That's all. They're both.
You factor in,
right?
it seems like if you got a lot of money, which he does. He's a millionaire. The rules seem to be different for those guys. I feel like if one of us had done something like this, we'd probably be charged with more than just 2 misdemeanors, is what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Well, just from the light reading I did on it for the segment, it's basically the reason that he didn't get jail time is because he pleaded no contest to a lot of those charges, which he just was going to accept the sentence for to get the felony and stuff dropped. And apparently in the court case hearings, like his wife stepped up and spoke really well of him. And apparently that moved the judge really well.
She did.
That's what happened. That's what I'm saying happened.
She's trying to figure out some way where he can get back to making those $1 million paychecks. He's done, though, isn't he? There's no coming back from what he did.
The Moore guy at Michigan?
Like he's never going to.
Yeah,
what does that guy end up doing? That's what I'm asking.
I think Bear's saying anywhere, not just at Michigan.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know that I could get him a job over ECR Total Landscapes right now. Guy's kind of a menace.
We'd probably stick him on Talk Sports, though, couldn't we?
Wow. I mean, I don't know. They've got standards.
Do they?
Hopefully.
Oh, man.
Check out Talk Sports with John and Cody, East Tennessee's award-winning morning show. Heard weekdays from 8 till 11 right here on Fan Run Radio. Steve-O says, read the list. Getting a lot of read the lists. When was the last time we read the list?
I don't remember.
Oh, it's been
What was the last thing we
last
had?
week.
We
did
It's
not
been
read
a
it
long
last week.
time.
It's been
don't waste everybody.
At least a
time with
month.
this stupid ass thing. It's like your dumbest bit ever. Just stupid.
I don't know.
Half the stuff doesn't even damn well belong.
Mrs. Baskerville even thought it was pretty funny.
Well,
I
it
don't
sounds like
normally disagree with her.
If
She's one of my
Mrs.
favorite
B wants
people.
to hear it, then by God, we've got to do it.
Let's go. Go slower this time because there's some things I want to bring to light here. Go ahead.
Do you turn his mic down, please, Walker? Key lime pie.
Never come.
Dry fit shirts.
Horrible.
Buffets. Thanksgiving dinner. Screen doors. Field of Dreams. Zoos. Olive Garden breadsticks. Tiramisu. King's Hawaiian rolls. Halloween. Red Panda. Hoosiers. Hot tubs. Van Morrison. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Cruises. The Great American Cookie Company. Spaceballs. Huey Lewis in the News. Peter Gabriel. The Color Red. Trail Mix. Magic. Jelly Beans. Ben & Jerry's. Disney World. South Park. Brown Sugar by the Rolling Stones.
Terrible song.
Money for Nothing by Dire Straits. Strawberries, pineapple, jumbotrons, watermelon, cinnamon butter, The Office, People Being Nice, beer, Bo-Berry biscuits, warm cookies, pork, Tom Brady, Cheez-Its, biscuits and gravy, receiving gifts / gratitude, farmers, smart people, road trips, Dr. Pepper, Jesse Spano, sweet tea, proud to be an American by Leonard Greenwood, strawberry jam, The Wonder Years, Dunkin' Donuts, the Jell-O Shot Challenge, water rides, Christmas lights, amusement parks, Cinco de Mayo. It's coming up soon. Hulk Hogan, dog piles, bat flips, drinking from the Stanley Cup, UT's orange on orange uniforms, vests, the 2025 Indiana football team, and the list of awesome things Bear hates.
Two things right now. You've completely refused to adjust it. I never said I hated road trips. And I've contended this from the beginning. I said I would never go on a road trip with you.
Yeah, we've been down this road, though, but every time it ends up with you hate road trips.
No, I don't.
Done this
I've been traveling
not doing
my
it again.
ass off lately.
Dr. Pepper?
It's disgusting. Tom Brady, not awesome.
Yeah, he was really bad at football. Dr. Pepper? Really? Like, who
It's
doesn't
just
love a
gross.
cold
It's
glass of
disgusting.
Dr. Pepper?
Here's the thing.
Got a funky
and I know
thing
we've
to it.
talked about this, but the fact that you mentioned something, you mentioned Hoosiers in there, and you've never seen it. So
I watched about 20 minutes of it. It looked like droopy sweat sock, white boy basketball. It just
Catholic
looked
basketball?
terrible. Last time
Well done, Walker.
Your high school's
man.
claim to fame was Stephen effing Pearl Smith.
Are you raising your voice at me?
What the hell was that?
Let's see why I have to get so angry about it.
I just
There's so many there. That's like such a sensory overload thing. Every time I listen,
anytime I say I remotely don't like something, he puts it on there.
I mean, every time I hear it, though, there's always one where I'm like, I got to talk about it. But by the time it's over, I've forgotten what it is.
Yeah,
It's almost like I need to write it down.
He's just
me
baffled
too.
me with this BS.
Well,
now.
I thought it was Phil Collins. It's Peter Gabriel. It's on the list. But
Yeah.
should Phil Collins go on
He
as
is
well?
on the
Because
list.
you were
He's early.
Phil
on
Collins
the
is?
list. I
no,
heard him
it was
way
Peter
early
Gabriel.
on the list.
No,
It was just Peter Gabriel.
Oh, Phil Collins might have to be on the list.
Put him on there if you want to, with all the rest of your silliness. There's
Collins going on the
reasons
list.
behind every damn thing on there, and very few of those things
Bad
that
reasons.
I say I hate. Like King's Hawaiian bread. I used to love that stuff. I was a fat kid at one time, Bob.
And that's why you don't like it now?
Well, because I ate a whole pan of it hot out of the oven. It made me sick, and I barfed everywhere.
Wow.
Now I can't smell the stuff. It makes me not. You know, everybody's got something like that.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
If you pour milk on, I like cinnamon. That's the other thing. Dry Cinnamon Toast Crunch, delicious. Put milk on it. It's like eating cardboard in cinnamon flavored water.
I'll tell you what, I will say that the Cinnamon Toast Crunch, like if you do like what I've talked about before, you use like a red Solo cup or something and dump a little in and just
drink it.
No, not, well, just eat it dry. It's pretty delish. I have to
I heard
say.
Russ talk. I'd never had it. And Russ talked about it being the best cereal in the world. I was at the grocery store, bought a box of it. Next day at breakfast, got my bowl out, poured the milk. It was like awful. Almost drove to his house and threw the damn box out in the driveway.
That would be a total normal thing to do.
What's your favorite cereal then, Bear?
Peanut butter Captain Crunch.
Oh my God.
What?
Really?
I'm telling you.
You want to talk about
8 years old might be cutting it high. I mean,
Peanut butter Captain Crunch?
Most delicious stuff ever.
It's not even the best Captain Crunch.
It tastes like trash after you put milk on it.
Oh, it does not.
Yeah, it does. It's
What about Money for Nothing just played out? I mean, that is your position on that, right?
That is just a simple fact that I was a child of MTV. And
Brown Sugar as well, like just a classic rock radio
Brown
station.
Sugar is not, I mean, it's beyond problematic lyrically.
Oh, so it's a woke thing. It
not a
offends
woke
you as
thing.
the Stone Cold Slaver down in New York like that. You think
I just don't think it's a very
So you
good
think
song.
Mick and Keith were glorifying slavery? It offends you as a human
No,
being?
I thought they were
You hate slavery more than the rest of us?
You know, another case where they were appropriating black culture to
Oh,
make $1 million.
yeah, because nobody ever does that.
Not to the extent they do, and then
No.
turn around and rip people
Oh,
off.
my God.
Keep going. Anything else you want to know about?
Coastoval in the live chat says there's more talent in the song Money for Nothing than the entire Oasis catalog.
Dude, it's not about an way. Money for Nothing is simply they played that song. Back me up, Bob. Every 5 minutes on
'cause
the
it was
radio.
a jam.
And it got to the point you there's no songs that you've heard so much that you just don't care for anymore.
that guitar riff is fabulous.
Iconic.
Yeah. And by the way,
That's not even its top 4 songs.
one of our friends from the morning show, Cody, he's on here. He just texted and said Brown Sugar may be the Stones' best groove. And he's a Stones aficionado, right?
You heard
One
it
of my
from
dearest
Cody.
friends, but he's completely backwards on this. Let It Loose or Shine a Lights are 2 of their best songs, not Brown Sugar.
Well, he didn't say best song. He said best groove.
No. It's not even the best song on that record. It's not even the top 4 on that record.
Chris P2347 on the live chat just said, I just opened a Dr. Pepper to fade Bear.
Let's go.
Fade me all you want.
See, they're
I just
drinking
never-
a Dr. Pepper in a vest.
While eating key lime pie.
Farmers?
That was something you cooked up.
Of course it
No,
was.
I can't even remember how far.
Yeah,
There's some of these that if I can't remember exactly how they got on there, that's an innocuous comment that you've twisted into me.
On the text box, someone from the 229 said, as a farmer, what in the hell did I do?
Nothing.
People
I
who
have
create
no
our
idea.
food supply, the American farmer out there deserves better than Commie Bear on here just coming after them right now.
So what did you think about Farm Aid?
I was fine with Farm Aid. I think what happened was I said something about corporate farming, like big corporations who have actually aced out people like this guy in the chat box.
Yeah.
But Russell, is not going to let that interfere with a good time and whatever it is he does.
Just let this breathe for a minute. Be respectful of the anthem, right, Bear?
Bear's coming to that poor texter's farm with a plane full of pesticide, just ready to kill his crops.
I think it was Montesanto I said something about. So now suddenly I hate
Monsanto.
farming. Whatever. You know what the hell I was talking about.
Montesanto. Did he help the pilgrims survive the winter?
Will you play? Hey, sometime will you put Lee Greenwood singing God Bless Canada? His God Bless Canada song you did on there?
I should. They're one of our best allies. America's hat. Love Canada. Syrup. Neil Young, Rush, giving us a lot through the years.
Haven't won a Stanley Cup in a long time, Canada.
No, they haven't.
This has been
There's several other things that shouldn't be on there. I don't hate smart people. You dubbed yourself smart. I might have said I hated you at some point.
I've not dubbed myself smart.
That's good.
I know how dumb I am. Pretty dumb. Stay with us. The drive continues. The shocking conclusion coming up. Speak now, forever hold your peace. 865-966-3435, your phone number to get on board. 966-3435. Back to wrap things up right after this.
The Drive.
Start your morning off with your daily dose of talk sports with John Reed and Cody McClure from 8 to 11, right here on the flagship station for Tennessee fans. Fan Run Radio.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
It's baseball time in Knoxville. Your Knoxville Smokies are back in action and back home next week. Join us for a week packed full of fun with All-You-Can-Eat Wednesday, our Knox Vegas Thirsty Thursday with half-off draft beers. Come dance with the Smokies and fireworks on Saturday, and we're halfway to Halloween on Sunday. Woo! What a week. Reserve your seats now at smokiesbaseball.com.
Citizens National Bank.
Life is more fun with a Good Life account, offering extra benefits, including bank travel. Experience the trip of a lifetime to Ireland. Explore rolling green hills, historic castles, and charming villages across the Emerald Isle. Get in on the fun. Call 865-429-7935 today.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Okay, so we really need uniforms and equipment for this season. Can I trust you with that? Cool, I'll just order them online. What? Yeah, I'm going to hop online and I'm going to get them ordered. Hold up, that's not a good idea. We
sent to her people at the Athletic, and that's kind of sad. But I don't know that, it was kind of inevitable, Bob, because she does say, like, she did a little trial balloon, I think, last week, where she tried to like tweet out a story that she had written or something football. It was just like immediately met with ugly comments online, and it was pretty obvious. Like, I don't know that that's a storm that's like you just weather it, and by the time football season rolls around, people are just taking you seriously again as a straight sports reporter. I don't know that that's something she ever could have worked through.
Yeah, it makes me wonder if she, never mind like the current here and now scenario, can she take like a year off and really regroup and still?
I don't know, man.
That's tough.
Even if she came back in a year, it would. I mean, that's all anybody would talk about. Hey, remember that thing with Mike Vrabel,
the head coach of the Patriots? Also, this isn't the first like kind of thing that she's been involved in publicly.
You talk about the thing with the Commanders,
the GM,
yeah, but that was kind of like, I mean, was that confirmed? Anything? It was like angry wife, like speculating.
I don't know. I just know that, once you start having multiple, I'm not saying right or wrong, I'm just saying that's kind of how people are.
The reputation damage is there. And almost like reading here, it almost reads like she's engaged with some sort of
PR
like crisis team. Yeah. Have you ever had to deal with that? Like in your roles, TV?
Yes.
Very emphatic yes from Bob.
No, I'm just saying that's a big market, particularly in this day and
Was it like
age.
Martha Stewart? Is that what you're thinking?
No, just comms things like for example, when you were in a kind of a battle with, say we'd be in a battle with Comcast about carrying our networks, and we would have to say, you're not increasing our rates, then we're going to not let you run our networks. And so then you have to have somebody who can manage that message for you, because that's
messaging.
Yeah.
Like one word in a statement, one wrong word that's like a little too strong can really.
Yeah. But it overlaps into areas like this when things get really sideways for an
So a hothead like me, I couldn't get a job in that field. Crisis management.
No,
you are the crisis. Yeah. You're not. Yeah, you are the crisis to be managed. You're not going to be like advising some Fortune 500 company on how to communicate through a turbulent storm.
Shout out Walter White. You're the one who knocks. So, yeah.
Let's get Joshy Boy in here next. Good afternoon, Joshy Boy. You're on the drive. It's Fan Run Radio.
Hey, guys. How are you doing today?
Doing well. How are you, sir?
Good. Bob, did you see where Wes Ennis committed to Creighton?
Who's that?
He was the standout guard that from South Florida.
Oh, I didn't see that, no.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, yeah, I think that's a good pickup for Creighton. But do you guys think we can both land what's his name from Notre Dame? What's his last name?
Harrelson.
The Harrelson, the forward. And do you think we can land Juke Harris as well?
Well, Harrelson seems like there's a lot of smoke that Tennessee might be getting him. Trilly Donovan, noted college basketball enthusiast on Twitter, I think logged an expert prediction for him to come to Tennessee. And then there was another On3 report about a lot of smoke about Tennessee trending with him. So that one, you feel pretty good about that one right now if you're a Tennessee fan. Who was the other one you mentioned, JB? Oh, Juke.
Juke Harris.
Yeah. I mean, that feels, I mean, we're definitely in it.
Yeah.
It feels like there's a couple of things. First of all, it could be a long, drawn-out process because he's going through the NBA stuff as well. But I have not seen any. I haven't seen anything, Bob Walker, about Juke. Like he's not. It's a totally different conversation than the one with Nate, right? Is he in the first round? And it doesn't seem like there's a lot there. So I would imagine he comes back, but it could be like, remember when Chaz committed, but he was going through that process and he committed, and we felt good about it, but it was like a couple of weeks. It was a couple of weeks.
Well, there's the equivalent of the NFL Combine. They do them in like Chicago and Portsmouth, where they go and they get feedback, and that's what I think happened with Chaz. Right? He went and heard things about this is what you need to work on if you want to. Yeah, you could enter the draft now, but your position is not going to be what you would want. Here's what you need to change to make that better. And I think that's what's, you heard Shumpert say it too. It sounds like the Juke Harris thing might take a little while for those reasons too.
And that's fine if we want to wait on it,
Yeah, I just think
but you got to solidify your roster.
Yeah, that's the only challenge.
Do we know if Rick went down there to North Carolina to visit him, or did he come up here?
No, they went to his home in North Carolina.
I wonder if old Deacon took him to Cracker Barrel.
Maybe turned him on to some liver mush.
That's what that stuff's called.
That'd be a deal closer.
Yeah. So how do we feel about the Miles Rubin pickup? Do you think it's basically Okpara?
No, ain't Okpara. He's not nearly that athletic. He's, it's a good pickup, but I'm telling you, Felix Okpara is going to be incredibly hard to replace what he could do.
Oh, let's get this guy in school and see how he does first. I mean, I think he might surprise some people, particularly with his offensive skill set.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm feeling really good about this super team form, and I think we're going to get a lot of guys, and I feel really good about it. What about you guys?
Off to a good start.
I agree.
Got to close. It's all about the close.
Yeah, guys, Fedor, I'm going to say this. I wish we could have got that Jizzle James guy because after 3, he could have jizzled in Bear's face.
That may require a suspension, my friend.
What are you? You can't do
Joshy
that.
boy.
Josh, you can't say that. You just can't say that.
Again, what was the charge from earlier? The telephonic device. You're a habitual offender of it.
Yeah, you just can't. You can't
take
say
the
that.
battery out of his phone.
What just happened?
You can't.
Complete moron.
We can't say that.
I couldn't even land it correctly.
It's a radio show.
Wow. He bashed a super talent like Jizzle James, by the way. Who, by the way, Edgerrin James' son.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Ain't going to get himself suspended from the drive.
That's a suspension.
It's going before the council of elders.
I second that motion.
Yeah, that's a tough one to come back from, I have to say.
We work on it. There's a certain amount of trust in this.
Yeah, a lot of trust between you and Joshy boy. That's what your relationship is built on.
I mean,
it's frankly unacceptable behavior.
That's a lot of comfort thinking he can drop that on you, and that's
that's inexcusable.
Last time.
I was just watching a trailer for the Hershey's biopic.
I'm good.
A movie about it's a period piece about Hershey's chocolate bar. It's got that what's her face Alexandra Daddario.
Come man,
from True Detective.
True Detective.
Yeah.
Ugh. Some good trailers out. I'm gonna tell you that I know you'll be pulling for Jared Harris, but the one about the Helsinki negotiations, it's gonna be good.
How many things are on the list of stuff you allege are horrible that I like? So I was trying to tell
stuff
Walker.
I allege that are horrible. The list of horrible things Bear likes.
Do we have that list on hand?
Yeah, it's minuscule. It's not nearly as fleshed out.
No, it's like 4 or 5.
Pepsi, King Ralph, Meatloaf, Crazy Women, Grapefruit, Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas, Skim Milk, Pizza Hut, and Chips Ahoy.
You're the first person I've heard that likes grapefruit. I mean,
whoa.
Grapefruit flavored stuff, really?
My grandfather liked grapefruit. We'd have it
bitter, man.
Yeah, well, he would put sugar, like just straight sugar on the grapefruit, and then you like put it and eat it.
Yeah.
And at one time, I thought it was good.
I will say I like Fresca, which is a grapefruit.
That's where it
flavor.
started.
Time out. You said Chips Ahoy are on the awful things.
Yeah,
Chips Ahoy is
they're
awesome.
pretty good. Yeah.
What are we talking about? Chips Ahoy is awesome.
It just remind me of it's the happy time in my childhood.
Was it you would take down an entire sleeve with what, RC Cola?
No, just
Pepsi.
Coke or Pepsi.
Just a
Preferably
2 liter of Pepsi and a sleeve
they
of
didn't have
Chips
2
Ahoy.
liters. They didn't have those.
They didn't have 2 liters when you were a kid?
No, I remember when 2 liters came
How
out.
old were you?
Pepsi
I remember when they started
Pepsi
putting
and
sodas in
chocolate
2
chip
liter
cookies.
bottles.
So it was like in the early 80s, I think, wasn't it?
Are you one of these guys that like eats chocolate with beer? I mean,
No, I don't drink bear.
It's on the list.
That is on the list.
If I'm drinking, I'm trying to
attention?
get drunk.
Okay.
Like housed as fast as I can.
that's
Which
good.
usually means moonshine.
Roberto is next. What's up, Roberto?
Well, this is spirited conversation. By the way, Joshy boy, love you. Pretty sure that's on the Carlin's list of the 7, buddy.
It's close.
Am I wrong, guys?
It's close.
In there somewhere. It's
Gray
close.
Willow.
It's close.
If he went to 11 words you can't say on TV or radio, that would have been on it.
Yeah.
Where do you think he's that familiar
No,
with
not
me?
even say it. It's the application, right? It's not.
It's not.
It's not. I mean,
Not okay.
it's the guy's
Did
name.
you say application or implication?
Well, both. Both.
Probably not a great word choice.
No.
I'm headed down to see the baseballs today. I'm like the Corleone, Michael Corleone. They
sucked you back
just
in.
when I think I'm about out, they pull me right back in. Guys, I love this baseball team. I don't know. I like their guts and I like the pitching, but I wanted to ask you guys a quick question because you're throwing out weird foods and all this fun stuff. Where do we fall out on peanuts in Coke?
Heard good things.
That's another grandpa thing right there.
I don't need to have it.
My dad does it.
I don't need to have it, but I've tried it and it's
not bad.
It's workable.
It's for road trip.
Have you guys
it's a
tried
road trip staple.
Sea salt and lime? Sea salt and lime peanuts in a Coke Zero, y'all. It's fire.
Sea salt and lime peanuts.
Yeah, you can get them at Buc-ee's.
Specifically in a Coke Zero?
Yeah, I don't know why. It's not good in Coke, but it's wonderful in Coke Zero.
All right.
I don't know, but if you're up at Buc-ee's, give her a try. It's pretty great.
I tried to drink a Coke. I tried Coke Zero, and that may be the sweetest thing I've ever tried to drink in my life.
It is sweet, right? Delicious.
Great.
I have to be. By the way, if you press me, is Diet Coke or Diet Pepsi better? I'm always going to drink Diet Pepsi. Always. I think Diet Coke is trash.
Russell. Whoa.
Oh no, I agree with Roberto on that. My wife and I have that battle. She's a big Diet Coke fan. I do Diet Pepsi.
Oh,
time after time.
Diet Coke. Diet Coke
you going to
tastes
speak
like it
up
has
for your
varnish
brand
in it
here?
or something.
I mean, people have their opinions. I don't have a terribly strong opinion about it, but I would prefer Diet Coke over anything, any Pepsi product.
Really?
Unless, of course, they cut the check, in which case.
I think it's time for Russ to do a blind taste test, boys.
Oh, that'd be a fun summer activity.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
Kill
do
some
that
time
on
one
camera.
day. Yeah, you can. That was a freebie, guys. Anyways, tonight baseballs are going to win. We got to go. We got to get in the next 9 games. We definitely need at least 7. So I think we got to go 2-1 each weekend. And if we do that, we're right back where we're supposed to be, honestly. And that's kind of crazy to me. And if we keep getting this kind of pitching and some timely hitting, we're going to do it. See you guys. Have a great night.
Thank you, Roberto. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Barry.